review your trading plan, and trading plans are they're fluid. They're things that you're going to be adapting and changing over time, of course. But pre-market research, the market, is it in a trend? We talked about that this morning. I can't put an auction grade on the S&P and the Nasdaq until maybe today, because they've been largely in a range. Crude, same story. Are they in a trend? What time frame is that trend? Where does that trend come from? What about settlement, net change? Volume and open interest have always been very important in my assessment of markets. What about the levels? Use the top step levels, use your own levels, but make sure you get them on your chart. We were talking about last week's highs and lows all morning this morning, and they can be really helpful and important reference levels. Of course, the moving averages, anything that you're using as a tool, uh, make sure that you have use this checklist. Put together some sort of an outline of your own to make sure that you've got all your I's dotted and your T's crossed before. It's about trade entry. What is it going to take to get you into a trade? What kind of reward over risk are you looking for on those days and on those trades? And at the end of the day, you've got to review the trades. You've got to review your emotional journal or any journaling that you're doing. Do your end of the day journal. Update that trading journal. Uh, you know, put your rules on. Don't overtrade. Don't trade impulsively. Don't trade out of FOMO. Don't trade angry. We all have a tendency to do that. We have the tip of the week is control your emotions, manage your emotions. When you start to feel emotional, that's when you're going to end up falling into over trading and impulsive trading and FOMO and all of the other, trading uh, things that we kind of all go through. And just understanding that you're emotional can put you on guard to possibly being at risk of doing these things. So step away, get rid of the venom, get rid of the venom. So my morning checklist, as far as self-assessment, I'm a little under the weather. So I'm going to keep that in mind before I start, before I start getting involved. It may change my decision-making process, and at the very least, it may change my emotions that will affect my decision-making process. So always be taking that trader checklist and looking at yourself, looking at the markets, um, hypotheses as to what's going to happen in the markets. We've been talking about those hypotheses all morning. Hopefully, they're going to help you and help you get things in context. And that's really the whole goal of the opening call. So you get things in context for our traders and for ourselves. So check that
Great
trader
stuff.
checklist, create one of your own, whatever you want to do. This is a business, treat it as such.
Awesome stuff.
Well said,
Oh,
Hogue.
opportunities.
Well said, Hogue. Well said.
Speaking of context, JD, why don't you set the context for the day? Who do we have coming up on the schedule? Trade with us through the day today.
We have got an excellent lineup coming at you today. Actually, we've got 2,500 people in there watching the opening call right now. Why don't you show us some love? Hit that like button.
Love to see it.
Like, subscribe. Let's start this morning right. Coming up next, fast markets. Coach Jay sticking around. Andre, Dakota, Hogue, Jack. Might get a visit from MP, the trader in chief. He dropped in yesterday. We might see him again today. Hogue will be back for the morning recap at 11 o'clock. Trade with Top Step. I'll be joining Andre in CRV trades. It'll be an interesting one. Can't wait to get CRV in here for Trade with Top Step. We've been looking at this for a while. Not sure if Hogue's going to stick around for Lunchbox Trading. I might jump in there, though. Anne-Marie and Deanna are going to be joining. So Hogue and I might do a little flip-flop there. Then I'm also going to be back for the Rising Star segment at 1 o'clock. We've got Mecca back and our man Gabe. Closing out the day, Power Hour with Andre, Barron, and Duran. The Rons are taking over. Or the close. I just made that up, too. Is that good or what? The Rons are taking over.
That was great, JD. I'm pretty sure I saw on Barron's Instagram he's officially a Florida man now. So we'll see if his trading changed.
I can't wait to start calling him Florida man. Awesome. All right, folks, we got a stack lineup today, so stick around. Plenty of tradertainment heading your way.
Absolutely. And like Claude just said in the chat, when you hit the like button, you send positive energies to the universe, and maybe that will reflect in your trading. But again, that is not financial advice either. But it doesn't hurt. Can't hurt to hit that like button. Hogue, you got any final thoughts before we go into fast markets?
Yeah. We're right near the lows here in gold, the lows from yesterday and the overnight low. Keep an eye on what's going on there. But, as always, it's all about risk management and context here. Understand the context of the market, understand when, especially when your bias is opposite the context of the market. Market's going to do what it's going to do. We got to do a good job of getting it there. All right.
All right.
So Jay, as always, want to give you a little bit of a break here before we get into fast markets. There was a question here asking if it's a good day to take the opening range trade in the equities. So typically, opening range trades are low probability trades, but I like to take them when the market opens out of balance from the previous day. And the equities, the Nasdaq and the S&Ps are certainly out of balance from the previous session. We are trading above. We are going to be creating a gap. We are going to be opening pretty much at all-time highs. Does it increase the probability of the opening range trade? Nobody knows. But it does say that there are some good opportunities if the opening range trade plays out. So, looking forward to seeing everybody on fast markets again. I'm going to be in and out a little bit here this morning, a little bit under the weather, but we've got the best of the best coming at you for the fast market segment. And just waiting for the signal here, and we will get going. All right. I think we're ready. All the players are in order. Get excited, folks. It's fast market coming up here. All-time highs. Get the air horns out. And the fast markets begins in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
Turn those machines back on! Turn those machines back on! Turn those machines back on! Turn those machines back
Good morning. Get your Vanguard owns 10% of MicroStrategy in your gates.
Oh, no,
What a
man.
market. Let's go.
Oh, what a time to be alive. All-time highs. Welcome everybody to Top Step TV. This is Fast Markets. Who we got in the house today? Upper right-hand corner with that amazing intro. Jack in the house, lower right-hand corner. Coach Jay, some an opening call at the buzzer. Slow markets all over the place. Coach Dakota, lower left-hand corner. See him on Slow Market. You see him on Fast Market. You see him all over as well. Let's get right into it. Mr. Dakota, how you doing? All-time highs. What are we thinking coming into this Tuesday?
Good. I'm
Doing,
watching
man?
gold today. Nasdaq's been pushing all-time highs, so I'm going to
Oh,
pay
yeah.
attention to gold. Last
Oh,
night
yeah.
had an amazing gold trade. We the day before we got down, we had a pullback down to these 33.50s. I got in long last night during slow markets. I was targeting these 68s. We pounced. We got right up there into those 68s, and now we just broke these lows as we opened up. So where will this gold go? I'm not sure. I'm watching it and looking for opportunities here in gold. Nasdaq is kind of like an afterthought. It's going to be my secondary market today. We're pushing
Oh.
highs. There's not really much to do when we're pushing highs in the Nasdaq, other than waiting for pullbacks. So for me, there's probably better opportunity and better probability looking in gold. These are the hourly charts too.
Yeah. All-time highs. Let's talk about CPI. Oh, Jack, come on in. We just got all-time highs in the NASDAQ, in the ES. Talk about CPI, inflation. All systems go, Jack. What do you think?
Yeah, I got some breakdowns of the CPI. We'll show a little bit later. It was
Okay.
fine. A lot of the stuff that's going to be in it, we won't know until we get some of this. We'll never get the tariffs sorted out, but at some point we'll see them in the CPI. every time I'm off for a day, like I was yesterday, I come back and I feel like my head's a little bit spinning. Like I've
I'm with
lost
you.
my bearings on the
With you.
ES. I was watching. I can't believe they even formed down gaps anymore on the Open on Sunday because there was some of that Euro talk, and it was like everybody in the world knew that that gap was filling,
Yeah.
but some people still sold it lower. Yeah, waiting for pullbacks. I have a lot more on all this a little bit later. That's a
Incredible.
teaser, Dre.
Ooh, that's what they call in the biz a teaser. Yes, I do believe Paul K, who dorm room trader with us yesterday, Michael Patak also got long on that reopen with the gap lower, and here we are, all-time highs. Coach Jay, come on in. You've been carving it up quite nicely. Thoughts? Where do we go from here? We got 40 seconds till the opening bell, Jay.
Just looking, like Dakota said, looking for pullbacks to buy in these equities until they give me a reason not to. I don't see a great reason to take a short on a shorter time frame, maybe. But these markets are going up. I asked you the question in the green room, Dre. Can we get much higher?
Can we get
Gold just hit
much
the target that
higher?
we were looking at to the downside, 33.46. I do like the opportunity that gold is presenting as well, so I'm keeping that up on this side.
All right, here we go. 10 seconds. 10 seconds in the open. You know what, Jack? He hasn't even been beating his chest on the True Social about all-time highs. This one's been a little curious because typically that's the ultimate scoreboard. And we are now open. Let's take a look at some of these prices here. Last trade in the NASDAQ, 23,202, 207s. Again, pushing up for high a day. These are also all-time highs. Get those air horns out. Take a look at the ES, 63.40 overnight high. 63.43. Those are also all-time highs. There you go. New all-time highs. Air horn. Pew, pew, pew. Take a look at gold. 33.49 last trade there. Crude oil. Wow, selling off $66.60. Incredible. We had earnings before the bell as well. Some of the banks, JP, Citi, BlackRock, Wells Fargo. I didn't get a chance to see how those earning reports came in. I'm guessing they just came in stupendous, as those banks typically do. We'll get a little bit more insight.
They all beat on everything. They all beat on everything.
Oh, get in here for a second. Did they really? Just all of them? Just beat. It's just everything. Yeah.
Yeah, of course, we're still waiting for guidance, but revenues and earnings per share, they all beat on both.
I believe it. Incredible. Absolutely incredible.
Banks are always going to be fine.
Yes. They're too big to fail, Hogue. Too big to fail. We learned that one. All right. Jack, any levels you got your eye on in the ES? And, to your point about maybe your head spinning a little bit when you just miss a day. And we were talking about this yesterday with Hogue. It's kind of like you do go from Monday to Friday, you kind of get in the flow. The story
Order filled.
was a bit slow, grind higher. But Jack, what did you mean by that? Your head spinning, you're watching, but you weren't in the market.
Order filled
on Tuesday.
Well, I mean, I saw the most obvious thing ever happen on the Sunday reopen, where it's like the second that it makes its first, bottom and starts going up, it's just buy it and hold it, right? The one interesting level, so I have my chart right now. These are 15-minute bars. We did overnight kind of break out above where a kind of little bit of a double top area here around 63.35. If it accepts below that, maybe, but I can't short anything here.
No.
All of my long levels, I'm gonna have to recalculate because they're a little bit in the dust right now. Like 6,300, 6,288. I would be probably buying a dip before then because that seems to be the play. But I'll see what I can find as we move on today. And oh my God, yes, Nvidia is back.
Order filled
in China. It's up gangbusters.
Good.
It's up $8. Once again, that's like $150 billion in market cap.
Oh man.
Order filled.
Hogue's gonna be liking the price of the video. All right, Hogue, we're about 3 minutes into the open here. Talk to me about what you're seeing in the opening range in the equities and actually gold as well. Gold, ES, and the NASDAQ.
All right. Well, equities opened with a gap. They opened at their all-time high in the S&P and in the NASDAQ. Order filled. JD put something in my head earlier, and he said, turn around Tuesday. He said, is that still a thing? Well, right now, the opening ranges are at the dead-ass high in the S&P and in the NASDAQ. Whoever was asking earlier, is this a good day to take a trade, an opening range trade in the equities? It might be. Right
Order
now,
filled.
the opening range is the dead-ass high.
Order filled.
In the S&Ps and in the NASDAQ, we did open with a gap. We still have a long way to go to close that gap. So
Order filled.
You know, I keep getting that stuck in my head. Turnaround Tuesday, but
Order
if we do get a
filled.
pullback, it might just be overnight inventory. We have a lot of overnight inventory to the long side. Here's pretty much the open last night. We're trading higher, shorter time frame buyers. We saw some pretty decent open interest increase in the S&P and the NASDAQ yesterday, more so in the NASDAQ. Maybe some of the adults came into the room to the long side yesterday. If they are here, they will protect, then they will probably
Order filled.
try and push this market higher. But with the opening range of the dead ass high,
Order filled.
I'm going to be patient,
filled.
looking
Order
for
filled.
the
Order
pullback
filled.
to buy.
Order
Because
filled.
Basically, these markets
Order
are always
filled.
ETF.
Order filled.
Yes,
Order
it is.
filled.
BTFP. There it is.
Order
So
filled.
NASDAQ. Here we go.
Yep.
Opening with a gap. Opening range the dead ass high on the all-time high. That opening range is the dead ass all-time high and the dead ass high of the session today. Turnaround Tuesday. Who knows? Gold. We did not take the opening range trade because it was a good idea not to. We would have had us long. We would have been taken out of our shorts. The market is now below the range from yesterday, below the overnight range. Maybe we're going to see the gap fill all the way down to 33, 39, which we were looking for yesterday. Maybe it happens today. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
I'm sticking to it. Damn right, Hogue. Well, here's your little pullback, if you want to call it. 60 overnight view up in the ES 63.29. We're trading about 2 points off of that, closing in on that. NASDAQ, a little stronger than the ES right now. Trading 23,157. We're down about 70 points off the open here. We do have 76% short. Look at the tilt here on the NASDAQ. And 76% short as we trade 23,160. Gold not done selling off here. 33.42. Dakota's got his eyes on gold. Any levels you're looking for in gold, Dakota?
Not yet. But you know what? You know what, Andre?
What's up?
I have something about all the Bitcoin fans.
Oh,
Talking about Bitcoin, hodling Bitcoin. How about NVIDIA? Hogue, I know you were with me when we were buying NVIDIA down in there in the 90s and 100 even.
Me too.
Bitcoin from the low this year, 80,000 to where it's at now, is less of a percentage gain than NVIDIA. Big blue chip stock. NVIDIA went from $90 a share up to 170. That's almost a 100% gain. NVIDIA or Bitcoin still has to get up to like 160,000 to come close to a percentage.
I'm long on one lot in the NASDAQ. Go ahead. Keep going.
No, you're good. I'm just going to be a little bit of a rant because I see everyone so obsessed with Bitcoin. But then you see moves in these big blue chip stocks like in tech, like NVIDIA, who's moving in such a bigger percentage and more consistently than like these coins. So stick with these big NVIDIA. It's proven time and time again. And
what's
pretty well,
Dakota?
I thought I was
Kind of
overloading.
this.
Now I don't have enough on.
It's kind of the same price now. You can look at because they kind of both went down to the 80s, right? And now we got NVIDIA at 170. You got Bitcoin
I'm
at
out there.
117 right now.
Damn.
If we go to my chart real quick, I shared this last week, which I think is a really cool chart. This is the weekly Bitcoin chart going back to essentially when Bitcoin started. And you see this long-term resistance level. So what I think is an interesting place right here, when I drew this line, I'm going to have to zoom in quite a bit now. 1 second. Go to the days here. We broke out above it. And then this morning we kind of touched it again. So I'm interested to see for a longer term trade, not train. Trains move things. Kind of how we react to this very long term resistance trend.
Incredible. Yep. Jay, you took an NQ trade there. You got in, you got out. What price were you in at? And was it a scratch?
I was in at 170s. I got out at about 181.
Oh shoot! All right.
So I got about $180 on that. No, I got it a little bit less. I think I took 8 points on that. So what I was looking for, we got a pullback into the CPI candle at the lows. That 3-minute candle closed. We couldn't test the low. Taking a long, and the reason I took it off is because this red line you see here is VWAP from CPI. Couldn't get above it, so I'm out. For that reason, I'm out. Shout out to Randy.
That reason, I'm out. Yep. Shout out to Randy. We got a little bit of pullback continuing here in the ES, right up against overnight VWAP 63.29.
Order filled.
Last trade there. All right, pinned to the top of the chat. Yes, Top Step Daily Levels. Click on that link, open that up, have a little real estate on the screen for those. Those are updated and refreshed before every single New York Open. Talking those, referring to those throughout the day, throughout the week. Do you one better? Click on that indicators tab, top of Top Step X, type in Top Step Daily Levels, boom, have them slapped, overlaid right on top of your charts as we go on. Who said that? Oh, man. Was that you, Jay? What was that? Who's talking to themselves over there?
That was Dakota.
No.
It is me. I
Order
just,
filled.
I just wanted to
Order
get that off
filled.
my chest because I was so
Order filled.
It gets thrown in my face daily about how amazing Bitcoin is, and when we see something where it's like Nvidia's doing just so much better percent wise, and we're gonna continue to see it. And I get asked that question all the time. It's like, what should I invest in? I missed Bitcoin. Buy Nvidia. It's like, well, it's already moved.
There's
Like,
one.
well, guess what? We just
Can I
doubled.
tell you something? And I am bullish. Something in the back of my mind that's making me
Order
I think
filled.
a pullback would be very healthy to continue this bull market. Nvidia, obviously, Bitcoin does now too. Benefits a lot from these like passive flows. I saw a stat the other day. So Nvidia now is like 8% of the S&P 500. It's basically like 8% of everyone's
Wow.
401k. So it's taking a ton
Wow.
of passive flows. It's also
Mhm.
trading at like
Order
27
filled.
times sales.
Order
That's not
filled.
PE. Like 27 times
Order filled.
sales.
Order filled.
And stuff like that just
Order
makes me a little
filled.
bit
Order filled.
nervous. I'm not
Order
saying,
filled.
believe me, I'm not short Nvidia. That'd be
Order
crazy.
filled. Order
You
filled.
What does that mean,
you wanna
Jack?
know what else
27
is
times. What
different?
does that mean? 27 times sales.
Order filled.
So a lot of times we talk about price to earnings, which is like
Sure.
your stock price divided by your earnings. Sales is just your revenue,
Just top
right?
line.
So it's like, and different companies in different sectors are going to trade at very different price to sales. Like Walmart's is going to be very low because
Order
they
filled.
do a
Order
ton of revenue
filled.
just selling
Order
stuff at low
filled.
margins.
Right.
But Nvidia, they're $4 trillion market cap. I don't have the
Wow.
revenue number in front of me, but it's,
Yeah.
let's put it this way,
Incredible.
27 times sales is a very, 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 very expensive on that. And price to earnings is for the birds,
Yes.
whatever.
Oh, man.
But we're definitely like in a thing where it's AI better deliver, man. Better
We're gonna
deliver.
find out tonight. We're gonna find out some more news tonight, right, Jay? During slow markets, they have Nvidia's meeting with China.
Meeting with China. Yep.
I thought that was a
Okay,
no-no. I thought the White House said that's a
somebody-
no-no.
Somebody asked for comparisons for like price to sales. So Nvidia, I don't know, was like at 27. The S&P 500 is 3. Google is 6. Apple 8. Microsoft 14.
Okay.
Crazy.
Nvidia is 27. I think Palantir
Okay,
is like 100.
Order filled.
Palantir. I'm not talking shit on Palantir. They know everything.
Yeah.
Man, okay.
Order filled.
I did. Thank you for putting it that way. That does make a little bit more sense, man. Oh man, what a time to be
Order
alive.
filled.
All right, let's take a look at some of these prices.
Order
The
filled.
63.24 off about 20 points off that opening bell. Popped up all-time highs. 63.43 down, pulling back about 20 points off of that. Let's take a look at the schedule, the calendar for the day. Bowman came and went, did not comment on monetary policy. We do have White House crypto czar. How about that? Sachs speaking at 10:45. We got Barr speaking at 11:45. We got Barkin speaking at high noon central. We got Trump speaking at an energy event, 1:30 p.m. central. Collins speaking later on this afternoon. So we got a packed calendar today. Also, upper left-hand corner of the screen, hashtag Fast Markets, hashtag Power Hour. Hit us up at Top Step TV on the X. Also, shout out to everyone watching on X Live right now. Seeing a big pop in our numbers over there. So everyone watching on X, hello, welcome aboard. Let's have some fun today and let's make some money. And be patient. Be patient. You hear Hogue always saying, and there's who bought that pop. There you go. Bottomed out at 23,125 in the NASDAQ, up about 40 points from there. S&P's bottomed out at 63.21 there. We're up about 6 points from there. I did see some, I saw a heavy short tail in the NASDAQ. And sure enough, we turned around from there. Incredible. It's as deep of a pullback as we'll get.
Very, very similar open
Perhaps.
to yesterday. Very similar open to yesterday where we had that spike up initially.
yeah.
Remember that trade? And we sold
They
off
popped
100
so-
points. The minute
Yes,
we
they
got
did.
back above that New York session VWAP, which is at 23,173 right now. That's when we had the rally for the rest of the day. So
Nice.
patterns are patterns. It's definitely not the same trading day, right? We had some data come out today, but very, very similar open here.
So I did miss
Oh,
a
man,
trade
oh,
in
man.
gold here. We
You
got down
got
to 33.41 and we bounced. That's kind of where we're bouncing before on July 10th. I mean, a few times in the overnight in London session, we were bouncing off these 41s, 42s.
Mm.
We're up about $5 since. So if we get back down there and consolidate a little bit, I think there could be another long opportunity here in gold. Not
I
seeing anything
Dakota,
on
you
Nasdaq
you're
yet.
locked in. You're
Go
locked
ahead.
in on gold, yeah. Not even really
Yeah,
taking
yeah.
much of a look.
Order
Nasdaq? All right,
filled.
cool, awesome. So we're
Yeah,
swinging all
I'm
fields
watching
here.
Nasdaq, but I'm more focused on gold. If there's a really good setup on Nasdaq, I'll take it. Now that we've pulled back from those all-time highs, then there's maybe more market structure to go off of. But when you
All-time highs.
consistently hit all-time highs and you're just grinding higher, you don't really have market structure from a technical standpoint. So it's for me, it's better off focus on the gold.
Incredible. Incredible. Let's take a look at some of the other prices. Crude, 66.64. Hogue, no opening range trade taken. Gold or crude oil. If you mind going over that, what didn't come in? What the setup just didn't come in, or it was too volatile? Because yesterday we did, it was a whole day trade, which was a winner. What changed this time around,
Yeah.
Hogue, with you and JD?
Well, this morning we had the CPI numbers coming out,
Oh yeah.
and the fact that the gold was going to be opening right in the middle of the range and the value from yesterday, we opted not to take it, which was a good thing. It would have taken us to the long side, but it would have been a see money take money opportunity. The market did take out the low of the opening range and is now continuing to push to the downside. So that was a good no take. We did take the opening range trade in crude oil. However, let's take a quick look. The market really hasn't done much. It got us short at 66.71 right here, 66.71, and then took out the stop, put in the session high so far. And it's really just been, this is a 3-minute chart. It's really just been kind of consolidating. So we lost $144 on the opening range trades today after making about 900 yesterday.
I love it. Love keep the math on your side. One thing you did miss, Jack, yesterday, the president did threaten Trump with tariff. The president threatened Russia with tariffs. May have misspoken with more sanctions.
How much are we trading with Russia right now?
I thought it was zero, but did threaten Russia with tariffs yesterday. Then someone came out and corrected and said meant sanctions. Then I saw a double down on tariffs. So stay tuned to find out how that one plays out. All right, 63.26 last trade in the ES. Nasdaq making new all-time highs off the opening bell of 23,222. And we got 71% short. We're starting to see some heavy tilts, long and short in the Nasdaq. Currently, 71% long in the Nasdaq. Yeah,
I'm going to zoom in. I'm looking for a gold long here.
Okay. Hit him with those tariffs. Yes. Also, by the way, I'm starting to think the market is just drowning him out, Jack. I think the market's kind of just. I know I'm probably going to put my foot in my mouth on this one, but it just kind of feels like the market's just like ho hum. He's just going to say what he says, and it's whatever. It's just kind of okay. We're going to buy it.
The dynamic that's like a little troubling to me, I've noticed, and this doesn't apply only to Trump. It's kind of to all news. It's something bad happens, or like there's something that the market perceives as negative, and then it's removed, but nothing changes. There's no additional good news, for instance, like say a real cool inflation print today. That didn't happen, so they removed the news, but then instead of kind of reverting back to where we were, it just rockets through it.
Yep.
It's kind of like this cyclical, perpetual motion, like motion machine that just keeps on sending us higher, even though a lot of things haven't changed fundamentally.
Agree with that. We got a 500 lot sitting on the offer, 63.23 filled, 500 times on the offer in the ES. We did see that 1100 lot coming in on the close last, 4 minutes into the close. I forgot the price, but there was 1100 lot on the offer. Obviously beneath this, as we're trading all-time highs. We did start seeing some size coming in there on the close. keep an eye on that. Continue to sell off just a bit here in the ES 63.22 last trade there.
Cody, did you get in there?
Dakota locked in. What are you thinking?
I'm trying to get in long gold. No, I
thought I
didn't
heard you
get
say
in
you
there,
bought it.
but
Yeah.
I just did. I now just clicked buy. I'm in one contract, one micro at 33.47, and I'm gonna get into a few of them actually. I'm gonna get into a few of them.
What'd you see? What are you seeing there?
Long
33.47
two.
Hogue.
Yeah.
Long
Well,
two. Right.
I mean, I seen us hit these 42s again, bounced right off of it, and we
Okay.
broke through these 46, this pivot right here. So I want to see us continue back up into those 50s.
Hogue, what's your read on gold so far? About 20 minutes into the on the open right here in the New York. What are you seeing in gold? Bottom, we got a low of 33.41. How are you reading gold so far? Ooh, did we lose Hogue? Did we lose him?
Oh,
Isn't
no. He's here. Might be muted. He's there in the background.
There's 33.48 last trade in gold. Dakota, you're long two from what average price?
47.2.
47.2, 33, 47.
How many now?
2. Yep, looking for a push back up into these 50s.
You got the 3-bar reversal here a little bit, right?
Yeah, yep, we do, Hogue.
All right, sounds
Let's see
good.
if we
Hogue, jump off. We'll feel better, and we'll get back to this trade. Talk to Dakota on this trade. You're long two from 33.47.
Correct.
Pushing
Yep,
higher.
looking for a push into these 50s.
Mm-hmm. In the 50s. All right, sounds good. I got you on the tilt, 70 or 69% long in the gold on the tilt there. 50-50 and tilt in the NASDAQ. The dip buyers are going to come in here and try to get long off of overnight VWAP in the NASDAQ. That price, 23,144. We're about 18 points higher right now.
I'm liking this gold trade.
Yeah.
I'm going to step away for a little while, folks.
Sounds good, Hogue. Feel better.
Yeah,
come on.
feel better,
come-
Hogue.
Yep.
Feel
Yeah,
better.
Take care,
Later,
Hogue.
Hogue.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
See you guys.
Dakota,
Healthy
you're
Hogue.
long from 33.47.2. You're going to build in this. What are you thinking in terms of size of trying to get into it?
That's it. That's basically what I was looking for. I only got into 2. I mean, I was looking for a little bit bigger, but that's okay.
Order
that's
filled.
Okay. I'd rather just be right and have little drawdown than to hesitate, because we broke through these 46s. This was resistance, and we broke through it. We came back. We tested these 46s again. Resistance became support, and now we are testing 33.50. This is kind of what I'm wanting to see. If we could break through these, maybe see 52. I mean, we're finding some buyers now stepping in. I'm going to tighten up my stop loss a little bit, and I'd be looking to take profits here shortly if we could push into these 52, 53s.
Love it. Let's trade 33.50. Here we go. Jeffrey Baker, boom, 50,000, 50K combine pass locking out. Enjoying my day. Good stuff. Jeffrey Baker, make sure you stay tuned to Top Step TV, though. We're going to be here all the day. Good job, Jeffrey. Love seeing that.
I'm going to close out one right there. Take profit on one, right at 51.
Pretty tame in the Mag 7 right now. NVIDIA, the major overperformer, it's come a little bit back to earth, trading a little below 170 right now. Still up 3.5% on the session.
Incredible. 50-50, still 71% long on the tilt in crude oil, coming into the top of the hour in about 8 minutes. Jack, I know you got a little something here in a bit about CPI. We did see Powell speaking after the close yesterday. We're talking about the construction stuff that they were auditing him on at the Fed or something like that. But Trump did come out yesterday and call Jerome Powell a knucklehead. That was not AI.
That's a great insult. I like that.
Trump called him knucklehead and then,
Order filled.
followed up with stupid. I'm like, oh boy, did you hire this guy? He wants rates at 0.25%. I do believe so. Not sure we're gonna get there, but hey, do you remember on Friday, Jack? Was it Director Fannie or Freddie was coming out there and saying Powell's gonna resign?
Yeah, that was weird. I don't think people in government should do that. Side note, we're down to like a 2.5% of a rate cut in July. Something crazy would have to happen. Yeah, as expected. That did, and I thank the director for allowing me to win the reversal challenge. But
Yes.
it would certainly appear that Powell is not doing that, and I think that's good for Trump too, because honestly, there's not a lot of catalysts I can think about that are gonna send this market down right now, or at least things that are kind of on our
Mm-mm.
radar, right? And I think the only one that pops out to me is if Powell were somehow pushed out. I think that would be very bad, um, especially for bonds and the dollar.
I mean, the Fed,
Probably
yeah.
stocks, it would be a mess. Also, we're at all time highs.
I
Unemployment's
know.
good.
That's the
Like
thing.
rates seem to be fine.
Why isn't he beating his chest on this? Typically, I mean, this is his ultimate scoreboard and not a peep about
Right.
all-time highs. I'm perplexed, if you will.
I
Not a
think
peep
I think
about.
it's pretty easy. Both the director and Trump, they're all real estate guys. And I think they are very much have an
Oh,
affinity towards
rates.
low rates.
Ah,
Yeah.
yeah, I believe. Okay, I just remember in the first term, it was all about where the stock market was, and but yeah, not a
Well,
peep.
rates were nothing then, right? So
Okay, best of both worlds. I gotcha. Hey, gold's still cooking here to the upside.
Yeah,
Dakota
it
Long
is
from
for
33.47. I didn't
sure.
want to put attention on it. You got one for a profit. Now
Yeah,
you
I
got a
got
runner
one.
on
That's
you.
okay. We got my chart shared. Chat could see it. Chat could see this beautiful gold trade. I had a beautiful one last night too. So gold's been my been golden to
Oh,
me over the past little while. So there we go.
hey,
There's 53s. I am out and flat. Nice little
hey,
awesome.
banger there. And there it
yeah,
goes. That was the trade.
nice trade,
Yeah.
Dakota.
I'm gonna go ahead and do this. I'm gonna just lock out. I'm
Oh,
Oh
what
wow.
makes you what? You locking it out?
yeah,
All good. Love it. What? Just not seeing or done for the day. Mission accomplished. Look at that
mission
mini market. I
accomplished.
love it.
One and done. One and done, baby. That's all you
Good
need.
stuff.
I'm not seeing anything else other than that. And like I said, I look at these higher time frames first, hourly on the left, 5 minute on the right. And that was the only
Mm-hmm.
thing I was seeing going into this morning was possibly long get down to those 42s, 41s. NASDAQ, pretty choppy, back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to touch that with a 50-foot pull until we get more consistent price action. I mean, we might see that maybe in an hour or two, but I'm not going to force anything. Just one and done.
These you allude to it briefly, maybe in passing, right off the opening bell. These all-time highs. When we're trading all-time highs, it's July, man. No more all-time highs in July. Saw this again in 2024. All-time highs, essentially uncharted territory, Dakota. So you just kind of back off and pause as you see the price
Correct.
action play out. Gotcha.
Yeah, now there's definitely some strategies out there. I mean, Baron probably one guy that could go through statistics or Fibonacci extensions that could say, yeah, once we hit all-time highs,
Mm,
and typically we hit like an RSI or something, and then trade it. But from a pure technical analysis trader, there's nothing to the left when you're hitting all-time
sure.
highs. So you have little to basically nothing to reference, and so it's usually better off to just hey, sit on my hands, be patient. Since I am a gold trader, gold is not at all-time highs, and we have some nice price structure to reference. Obviously, here's one of them I was talking about. We were finding lots of support here at these 41s, 42s. We hit it once, and I said, dang it,
Okay.
I missed it. We came back. It gave me another opportunity. I took it and made that trade.
Did you ever? I like
Nice.
that.
Andre, I have
Absolutely.
a chart I would like to tap again because I see some comments in the chat about interest rates. If we go to my screen real quick,
Okay. I love it.
um,
Love talking
remember,
rates.
markets determine the interest rates. The Fed does not
Mhm.
ultimately determine interest rates. I think there's this
Right.
misconception that's like, oh, if we lowered the Fed rates by 3% right now,
Order
everyone's
filled.
mortgage would go down by 3%.
On market.
I would say the
Bond.
opposite would happen. Here's the 10-year rates, which is usually a good idea of like further out what the mortgage stuff is. What happened in September right here? We cut rates by 50 basis points
Yes, we did.
while inflation was still above the target. What happened? Yields went up.
Sure.
Mortgages got more expensive. We cut again in December. They went up again. As we've held, they've come in. Ultimately, longer term interest rates are decided by people's long run opinions about inflation. And if we cut a bunch of rates right now and act sort of reckless, those rates will go up. So I don't think it helps anyone to cut rates right now.
I don't. I think yes. Just more window dressing. Jack, can the bond market, can fixed income market, can it force the Fed's hand? you believe, into
Yeah.
it's the markets. It's the markets. The markets is what determines the rates. It's just a target, like Jack said. It's just a target. Obviously, there is some significant influence on the bond market there, but simply a target. The bond market will determine where the rates are. We're still moving to the upside here in gold. 33.55 last trade there. Nasdaq continue to
Close
grind.
this gap in the ES. That's the first place I'd be interested in buying.
Well, what price, Jack? I love it. Just buy them. We're good. That's what we should do. What price you got for
Around
the gap?
6,300. Oh,
Ooh, man,
you
we
just
got to
look
get
at
there.
like the daily difference. Gap would be, I don't know, 9 more points down the ES.
All right, so about 63.10 last trade, 63. Man, we were always trying to get long from 62.50, Jack. I don't know if we're going to see those for a while. But hey, you never know. You never know. Coming into the top of the hour here, we got Jay, you are flat. Dakota is flat.
Yep.
Oh, it's actually
Flat
long
for
too. You're not
now.
long too. You're long. You're flat, correct?
Yeah, I'm flat.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I know he wants lower rates to refinance the national debt, but the same thing applies, right? People need to buy it, and they buy it at the price the market clears.
Auctions. Do we had auction. It said something along the line of one BIP is about $360 billion, I believe. That's the number he threw out there yesterday. Obviously, got to verify that, but he did throw that out there. All right, a little bit more selling here. 63.18, now 63.19 in the ES. Who's going to go first? Who's going to move first? Who's going to get long and say, all right, here's a dip. We're buying gold, not done. Continue to grind higher here. 33.55.
Order filled.
Oil, crude oil trading $66.66. What's a BIP? Is a basis point. 1 basis point. Thank you for that question.
1/100th
One
of
basis.
1%.
So 4.25 to 4.24. That's a 1 BIP.
Order
basis point
filled.
difference.
Yes.
Yep. Yeah. The buyer's going to try to dip a toe in the water. Top of that, dip a toe in the water here on the NASDAQ as we are right back to overnight view app. 23,146. Again, recent highs, all-time highs. Get your air horn out. All-time highs printed about 30 minutes ago in the NASDAQ. 23,222. All-time highs. Get your air horn out. ES 63.43 printing new all-time. Ooh, got some selling coming in there. Top of the hour just hit.
Order
Someone
filled.
went to market. Bonds continue to sell off, but looks like we did have someone took out the bid.
That
Was
was
it NASDAQ or ES? Which moved first there?
Look like the
70%
NASDAQ.
short. Yeah, it did look like the NASDAQ. 23,122. Those dip buyers just had to puke there. Take a look at the ES. Anything on the ladder? A couple 200 lots to the downside here.
270
But
at 315.
yeah. I have some
that
more
was the
selling.
bottom in gold so far.
Dakota nailed it, man. You got short
Might
yesterday the NASDAQ and you got out like pretty
Yeah.
much the low, man. In, out. I like it. See
Yeah.
money, take money, Dakota.
I'm long one in the NASDAQ again. 23,133 half.
Love it, Jay.
Just risking that low, risking about 15 points here.
23, you said you're long?
113. Sorry, 133 half. 133 half.
Okay. I like it.
Yeah, don't hate the long here in the ES.
I don't either.
I'm saying.
Jack, you said you were gonna wait. Don't let me jump.
No, I am going to wait, but someone was asking
All
in
right.
chat, like, this is a defensible level to buy it.
Essentially, fellas,
Not financial advice.
we're okay losing money by being long. Essentially, we're going to accept the
100%.
risk by being long, and totally get that. So yeah, right here. Why are you getting long when it's selling off? Oh, I mean, look at the trend.
Then the converse is, why are you getting long when it's pushing all-time highs?
There you go. They got us. They got us both ways.
Catch 22.
So good. So good.
Yeah.
But yes, essentially, we're just making all-time highs. This is the third time we've made all-time highs in July. I think last July was like 14 times.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, how about that? So much for summer doldrums, new all-time highs. We're still waiting for bonds continue to sell off here. But when bond prices sell off, that means yields go up. Take a look at that
Yeah, those
10-year
are back.
yield. Yeah, they are, Jack. 4.44%. I just saw 4.45.
30 years, a bip and a half away from 5%. Big round number.
Interesting. Yeah. More selling coming in here. It Cruise saw a bit of a pop. $66.82. Coach J Long. One NASDAQ, 23,133 half. That's trading the ES 63.27. What do we
So
have
things
on
have tended to get choppy in the market when the 10-year gets above 4.5 and especially 4.6. We're not there yet. 4.45, but we're closer. Like we're up about 5 or 6 bips today. That's when Bezant starts getting in there
They
and
try
doing
to
his work.
Bezin out there, I believe. Who they want?
Order filled.
Who does he want to replace Powell? Is Hazard? I forget, but definitely throwing names out there who he wants to replace Powell.
I'd be fine with
called him a-
Waller. Just please not Haslett.
Called him a knucklehead. I'm like, I'm a knucklehead. Can't make this up. You want to see the Club World Cup finals? You want to see the Club World Cup finals on Sunday, by the way?
I
Trump was
saw
up there on the
that Trump
on the
was up
stage.
there.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It was incredible. The celebration. It was absolutely amazing. 10-year price is still going lower. Gold
Someone
of a
says,
pull.
"How am I locked out already?" Well, I made my trade, and nothing else is setting up, and I'm not going to sit here and force it. I learned from my mistakes, and I noticed that I was forcing way too many trades over the past 5 or 6 months, where I'm sitting in front of the camera, in front of thousands, and I was a little too tempted to place trades, and so less is more, quality over quantity, and if you want to see real trading, sometimes this is what you guys get to watch. I don't mind talking about the markets and talking about setups, but you're not going to see me in a trade every single time I'm on
Order
there.
filled.
I like that, Dakota.
Well played.
Did you feel as if you were forcing trades just because you were on camera? That's what I'm
Yeah.
sensing.
Yep. During
Order
slow markets,
filled.
during fast markets, it's like, yeah, I'm sitting here. We're watching these markets.
Okay.
Whenever you're sitting here in front of a computer screen watching these markets, we say it all the time. If you're looking for a trade, you're going to find it. And it was good conversation. It was good. I don't know if I should say good TV, but the good banter back and forth. And I get in, and everyone's like, "I fade you." I'm like, I'm going to be right," and it was fun. But then over the long run, the expectancy was not as great, and I was taking so many bad trade setups that only after the fact I'm like, yeah, I probably shouldn't have taken it. It was great in the moment, but I should have never taken that because of X, Y, or Z. And then I was taking more losses. But over the past month now, I've done exactly this. Yesterday, I took one trade, one and done. It was green on the screen, finish it up. Today or last night, I took one trade. It was great. Setting up on the 1 hour time frame, this gold long last night from like 33.50 all the way up to these 68s worked out. This nice scalp off these lows, and I'm locked up. Nothing else to me would say anything I could do now in the markets would probably lead to a worse P&L or worse expectancy if the more I touch this account. So locking it up and saying I'm done, and I'm doing it with small size. I have a lot of traders asking me that. Why are you doing this micros? Well, I need to make sure I'm going to be able to do this consistently good in these micros, and then I'm going to start bumping it up. Because if I could do this in micros, I could do it in minis. It's the same process. So $162 trading micros. Once I feel confident in doing this process for a month, then I just bump it up to minis, and that's $1,600 doing the same exact thing.
I like that, Dakota. Hey, Duncan Harless, Coach Hoop beat you to the punch there with the 500 line in the ES. That 500 line trading at 63.20 on the AS there. I love it. I love seeing the competition, the competitive juices in the chat, throwing in those big size orders on the ladder. Let's check in with Coach Jay. Jay, you are long from 23,133.
133 half.
What are we trading right now, Jay? What are we trading right now, my man?
163. So we're 30 points up. I moved my stop into profit. I'm taking at least $300 on this trade. I just missed an ad. You guys saw me add to a trade yesterday. I wanted to add a two lot there to be long 3. We are kind of testing this New York view up, which is why I moved my stop up. If we get a 3-minute candle close above this New York view up, I think we go test all time highs, but that's a big if.
Oh, yeah. Love it. Good stuff. 23,153 last trade there. ES lagging just a bit. 10-year continues to sell off on price. Yields are
I
probably
just
at
added the
4.4.
two. I
Shit,
just
let's
added the
do it.
two. I'm long 3 now from 23,147. Giving back a little bit of the profits that I had. Like I said, I was taking $300.
Love it.
If I get stopped out here, I'm still plus 200 on the day, which counts as a profitable day towards payouts. But want to be a
Shit,
little
Jack.
aggressive with these setups here. Assertive, not aggressive.
Jack, we're at 4.46% now in the 10-year. NASDAQ's still catching a bid here. Talk to me. I know you got some goodies. You want to talk about that CPI stuff? What do you got there?
Yeah.
I love it.
With
First
a
of all,
little
did it
bit
come
of,
in?
news?
It came in line, correct?
Basically, yeah. It
Okay.
came in like the headline numbers. 1 second,
Okay.
gotta find my right place here.
Let's trade 165.
Headline numbers, the year over year came in on the money. CPI month over month came in on the money. Yeah, but there is some stuff under the hood. So here's the breakdown. We were up a little bit over last month. As always, I like to take a look at the components next, starting with the month over month. Interestingly enough, non-alcoholic beverages saw the largest month-over-month increase. I don't know what's been going on. Any sugar traders out there?
Soda pop.
Maybe something to do with that.
Uh,
Fuel oil and gasoline, which will be interesting. We won't go there yet. We'll take a look at this first, but the next one I have the year over year. Biggest
Got some
decrease
headlines.
was used cars and trucks.
Back down to 1.
Here's the year over year change. You see, gasoline is actually the biggest contributor to the downside, minus 8.3% year over year. So if we see energy prices creeping up, that could definitely add some fire to these numbers, a little spice. I know there's headlines, Andre, but I would be remiss if I didn't mention one thing. I don't know if you know this yet. The British Open is this weekend, Andre.
Open Championship. Yes, the Open.
Yes, it is.
Richard Tedder is making history this week as the first ever Estonian to play in the Open Championship.
What's his name?
He was out there on the range, Richard Tedder, which didn't sound like an Estonian name to me.
Find me some odds.
You can see this video. Yeah, we'll put it all down on Tedder. He qualified by making an eagle on his final hole, and you can go online and see him. He had a little drive off with Bryson DeChambeau yesterday. He lost, but he still carried it 363 yards, which is pretty friggin' good.
All right, we're cooking here.
Get it.
Tedder. I gotta hear about this. We
I'm
got
back
Trump
down to
hit.
1.
All right,
Go ahead, Trey.
No, go please. You're in the trade. Go ahead.
I'm back down to 1. Average price 23,154. That chop around VWAP. I heard you say some headlines and things like that. Just taking those ads that I had, taking 10 points from both of those. So back down to 1 here. If we get a pullback and that VWAP holds, I would add back into this position. But let's just keep going.
Okay. Well, we got the president is spiking the ball on inflation right now, saying consumer prices are low. Bring down the Fed rate now! Exclamation point. The Fed should cut rates by 3 points. I think he means by 300 points. Very low inflation. $1 trillion a year would be saved! Exclamation point. Then we saw a sell-off in crude. Crude sold off about 40 cents. I don't know if it's related to that headline, but crude now trading around the lows, $66.42. NASDAQ cooking to the upside, 23,187. ES lagging behind just a bit. Someone hit the buy button in the equities. Nice trade, Coach Jay.
Jay hit that button and added. That was an amazing ad. I like that.
Thanks, man.
Estonia,
Thanks.
man.
Order filled.
Tedder. My guy.
Yeah, Richard.
What do we got? 67% long in the tilt on the NASDAQ. ES lagging behind this pop in the NASDAQ. NASDAQ closing in on 23,200, about 12 points to go.
All-time highs.
Buyers are,
Let's go for it.
your air horn. ES lagging right now. Interesting.
Well, it's like the tech that's leading the way. So like,
Okay.
video went super cyan again in the last few minutes.
We got Jay heard that. Look at
Being
you,
all the
Jay.
way to the
Jay heavy.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, looks like what do we got coming in about? I think we're gonna make a run for it here. Yeah, Ryan gets in the chat.
Yeah,
let's talk to Michael. We got to sponsor this Tedder guy.
I would love to. He wouldn't get the joke. He's like, why? Who cares about Estonia? Shout out to Estonia. I agree. There might be some more selling in here in gold, crude. Again, we saw a 40-cent sell off during Jack's news. We were trading 66.82. Someone hit the sell button. Now trading 66.41. 66.41.
Let Jay
Tom,
cook.
Tom's got a question in the chat. Jay, what's the thinking behind your take profit?
A great question. So I put it up there, Tom. Up there is right around 1% up on the day in the Nasdaq. It would also put us at a daily ATR. I think it's around 23,266. So I just kind of put it out of the way, just so I'm not, limiting this trade to the upside. And then I'm just going to manage with the trail on the other side. But somewhere up there puts us near 1%.
Somewhere up there.
Somewhere
South
up there. I
somewhere.
like that. I like that. Take a look at he has began to start the True Social. Got nothing since the demand to cut rates by 300 points, I believe he means. $1 trillion a year would 300 basis points indeed. I want to see this trade play out with Jay. Then we got this clip we want to bring in about China's economy in regards to U.S. tariff. Oof. I think we're close. I think we're going to make it right. ES lagging. Come on, ES. How much have you left? Here we go. In the 190s. 2001, man, oh man. What was that? Anything on the ladder here in the NASDAQ? Nope. ES, nothing really on the ladder. Look at that.
Into those 90s.
They're in the 92s. 23,191. 191. This is a nice trade, Jay. What's your take profit? What's your target up there?
23,250 right now. 23,266 is 1% up on the day.
It could be a 2% day.
Got some size here. 50 lots at 200 here. I'm gonna not be dumb about this. I'm gonna lock in a little bit more. This
Order
trade.
filled.
All right.
Actually, you know what? No. Leave it there.
Look at you talking yourself. And then all right, 23,191. 191. You said where'd you move your stop to? And what how much profit are you?
164. I'm gonna move it up just a little bit more actually, because that 173 level, which was the high of the Nvidia candle, if we get back inside that candle, I don't want to be in this trade anymore. So I'm gonna move it up to 176.
Order filled.
That locks in another $400, and with this rejection at 200 here, there wasn't a ton of size at that 200 right there, so we should have been able to trade through if buyers were convinced. Not saying that they're not, but on that attempt, I want to see it. I want to see them traded out. So
let's know how that plays out. Nothing coming over the True Social just yet. 4.46% yield on the 10-year. Interesting how that's playing out. Got the bottom of the hour in about 14 minutes. Jack, I'm told you're not done. And you got some goodies for us. Are you ready to present the goodies while we let Jay's trade cook, or you want to?
I don't know if you guys talked about this yesterday.
Order
I say
filled.
Let's maybe let his trade cook a little bit once a little slower because this is not directly. Head nod there from Andrea.
Okay, fair
I
enough.
want to get your guys' opinions.
Oh, I like this. Oh, opinions we have here. Dakota. So, all right, Dakota, you locked out of your live account. Yes, just
correct.
sold
Yep,
off.
I'm watching this, and I'm very happy that I made that decision.
all right, I'm out there.
Nice trade.
Nice trade, Jay.
Nice trade.
That trail, if we bounce right here at 173s,
what? You gonna be mad?
I may get right back into this trade.
I like it. Looking for a setup.
Go ahead.
We'll watch this sell off here in the ES. Someone hit the sell button beneath overnight VWAP. We were trading 63.26. Someone sold off about 7 points there. 63.20
and higher.
Yeah, they do.
You have about 4.5. That's when notice is put out.
CPI came in well, even in line.
All right, I set my trailing profit target on the day to liquidate and block at giving back $300. Damn it! I just missed that entry. I tried to get back into a 2 lot there. That 173 level is holding. That's the high of that Nvidia candle. I'm okay risking a little bit of the profit from the day. Would still be up a grand on the day, but if this level, this is what. Give me.
What's your P&L, Jay?
Okay, I'm long. I'm up 1,300. I'm long a 2 lot from 23,179. That 173 holds.
Come on, baby, like this. On 2.
Like I said, I'm only giving back $300 here. If that happens, then I'm okay being done for the day. But I do not think this move is over with that support there. So.
Love it, man. Click like, click follow, click subscribe, click notify. Watching Jay getting back in, not wanting. He's just, if he sees the trade, sees the trend, took his profits, got back in, guaranteeing. What's your your profit for the day? What are you gonna lock in no matter what?
Locking in a grand on the day.
Love it, man. Absolutely. So you have how much to risk?
You got $300. $300 here.
So this shows it right there, right at the top. It shows your trailing daily loss limit. Okay, that's nice.
Yep, shows it right there.
Very awesome. This is awesome. I went back there. ES just will not budge. We saw this yesterday in the morning during fast markets. First, ES was the leader, then NASDAQ was lagging, then NASDAQ was the leader, and ES was lagging. So that can change minute to minute, hour to hour, day by day. We just got to see how that plays out here. It looks like the buyers are going to give it a shot again in the ES 63.23 half. I mean, Jack, if we got our pullback to 63, how are we going to get that pullback to 6,300s? I just don't know how we're going to get there.
Well, I don't think this is the last time 6,300 ever trades in the ES.
Oh, I don't think so either, but I'm talking just today. I want to get there today.
I do too.
Don't forget, we have Crypto Czar. We have U.S. Energy Secretary Wright speaking in about 50 minutes or so. Saw the sell-off in crude. Buyers are stepping back in.
I'm out there, locked out for the day, plus 1019. And we'll call it a day from there.
Jay, well done. Watch this thing turn around.
Thanks,
Good
man.
job, Jay. Went right back to the well, went right back. Rinse and repeat. All right, great stuff. Jack, I got to hear what you got. The markets are seeming to consolidate for the time being. So this might be the best time for this A+.
Okay, so let's do it.
I
This is going to be a little
this.
free form. Okay, let's go with this.
All right, here we go.
Grand living in a place where nothing
Now,
ever goes
in the
wrong.
background, I'm playing footage of the new Smurfs movie that's coming out, which we can turn down the audio on this a little bit. The reason I'm showing this is because they did not have a news package. Hello, John Goodman. They didn't have a news package on the story of Elmo's Twitter account being hacked this weekend. Dre, did we talk about this yesterday?
No, this one missed. This did not show up on the radar.
Okay,
no.
cool. Well, if you didn't know, Elmo has 660,000 followers on Twitter. Their account got hacked this weekend. The reason I'm not showing it is because Elmo said some of the most vile shit imaginable, such that I can't even really show blanked out versions of the tweets. These hacks of the Twitter accounts are getting really weird. It's really a symptom, I feel like, of how weird things have gotten. If you have a strong stomach, I'm sure you can find these on the X. But I don't know, man. It feels like this is just the world falling apart when you have Elmo going online and saying some rather anti-Semitic things, and then calling Trump some very not nice things. This is your reminder. Please get the two-factor authentication on your Twitter account, or you too could say what Elmo did, which would be bad. That's all. And go see the Smurfs movie, which probably comes out next week.
Incredible.
Rihanna playing Smurfette.
What was about that, chat? Didn't see that coming. I didn't see that coming. Absolutely. Elmo.
Have you seen these tweets, Trey?
I
saw them.
I caught wind of them.
Dude, I'm
trying to find them.
Well, they took them down, but you can see screenshots. I saw them pop up live. I just happened to be scrolling Twitter, and Elmo popped up. Just
let it
rip. Not the Elmo I know.
This is Elmo.
I know.
Elmo.
Dre, he made Kanye West look like Mr. Rogers. So,
you made him blush?
Elmo.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, Elmo, get some help.
Elmo. Incredible.
Wow. Yeah. Wow. He went crazy.
You found him? There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. Where else are you going to get that besides Top Step TV? We're putting on winners here. We're making trades,
And
making
then me,
all-time
Jay.
highs in the markets. And then we give you an update on Elmo and his foul mouth. Elmo, go sit in the corner with the dunce cap. Dunce cap. Is that still a thing? Man, that is a dated reference right there. All right. That was incredible, Jack. I did not see that coming. They don't tell me everything around here. I'm going
Some
crazy.
good memes. I'll see if I can find one.
I'm sure. All right, let's go around the markets. 23,180. Last trade in the Nasdaq. You made all-time highs off the opening bell at 23,222. So about 40 points to go there. Overnight highs or all-time highs, overnight highs, all the same at this point. ES 6322 quarter. Last trade. 10-year continued trade on around its lows, which continues to push rates higher. Let's see, 4.46% last trade there. 4.46 last yield there. Let's take a look at what do we have on the schedule for today. Trade with Topstep. We got CRV trades, JD and myself. We got a whole, no, I guess we got whole beer. We got Anne-Marie D for lunchbox trading. We got JD and Gabe in the afternoon for Rising Stars. We got Andre, Barron, and Jaron. Did you guys say Barron has moved to Florida? He's a Floridian now. Is this true?
Florida man.
Yeah,
Florida man Barron.
Florida man.
Florida man Barron. Incredible.
Watch out, Tampa.
Yeah, Gabe. You don't those guys just start running around. Look out. All right. Also, I know we have that amazing update about Elmo. We also just want to get back to this for Jack. We have China, its economy and impact on tariffs. So I want to bring this in because this is very enlightening. I want to get your take on this, Jack. So can we bring that clip in about China? And I want to get Jack's take if we are. Go ahead. Look at this. Look at this graphic.
Fresh Chinese economic data is out, and it reveals resilience in the face of U.S. tariffs. So China's second quarter GDP grew 5.2% year on year. That is down from 5.4% growth in the first quarter, but it's still above China's annual target of around 5%. Now, analysts say that the trade war may be dragging on sentiment, but it's not the massive shock that many originally feared. Still, China is facing some major economic challenges. Nick Morrow of the EIU tells CNN this, quote, "We will need to untangle the difference between what the headline figure says and what companies and households are seeing on the ground. For many, this doesn't feel like an economy growing at around 5%, unquote. Now, China is facing a number of economic headwinds, including low consumer spending, low consumer confidence, high youth unemployment, an ongoing property slump. And Larry Hu of the Macquarie Group makes a link between consumer spending and China's lagging property market. He points out this, quote, "Falling house prices have led to a negative wealth effect on consumption as housing accounts for 60 to 70% of household wealth. Consumption will not recover until housing recovers." Now, in contrast, China's export machine keeps powering ahead. In fact, according to new trade data that was released on Monday, China's year-on-year exports rose 5.8% in June as companies rush to get goods out of China as the trade truce holds. But the clock is ticking. The current pause on higher U.S. tariffs on China expires on August the 12th. Christy Lustau, CNN, Hong Kong.
Ooh, how about that? Jack, thoughts? I mean, there already sounds like they're front loading. They're front running it off out of China. They're trying to get the load up on inventory.
They're trying to.
I always try and not to be crankish. I feel like it's a tired argument when people look at like the U.S. economic numbers and are kind of like they're fake. I think they are smoothed. I pointed out that unemployment's been like within 0.1% for the last 14 cycles. With China, that's not the case. I feel like anytime you're looking at the Chinese economy, you have to look at sort of like the revealed data or preferences because the great thing about one party control is you can kind of do whatever you want, right? So I don't put too much stock in their official GDP numbers would be what I'm saying there.
Are you saying the numbers are fudged? Is that what you're just come out and say it? Just say it, Jack.
Let me see.
I think.
How do I want to say this? Will not result.
I'll say. I'm just. Look at us. Look at. I heard Dakota. You said trying to front. What did you mean by that? You are very familiar with.
Well, yeah, well, you know where
importing-
she said the deadline's August, right? And they're trying to get it out.
Oh,
That's just half
yeah.
the story. You don't realize the damn product is on the water for a month. So even if you ship it out today, it's not going to get here in time. Yeah, from China to the U.S., it's about 30 days just to get it landed. It stays
that
on the water.
true?
It's a boat.
Takes
You don't
30
just
days. Takes
yeah.
30
Depending
days.
on and that doesn't even account for they call it berthing. While you have you seen how big that freaking ship was and how long it takes to
Yeah.
unload it. China's and Japan's ports are so much more automated than the ports here in the U.S. So it takes the U.S. ports a little bit longer to unload it and then inspect it and then have it go through and then clear customs and then pay for the tariffs. And so even if you ship it out today, it's not getting here for another 30 plus days. So that's only half the story. If it's not shipped by now, it's not going to make it in time unless they push the deadline out even further.
This is the third time we've pushed the deadline. It was August, April 2nd, then July, whatever. What was it? July 7th? No, August 1st.
8th, 9th. I can't remember anymore.
Yeah, and I mean that's basically. And there's somebody in the chat knows a little bit too. And it depends. West Coast, it's 30 days. The Gulf, 45. East Coast, 60. I don't know about that 60 days on East Coast, but yeah, as soon as Trump talked about tariffs, everyone was already rushing to get it shipped out. Like this rush has been in play since the mention of tariffs. And not only that, like it creates a bottleneck, right? Everyone's trying to ship stuff all together, going to like one port, and then kind of like what happened in COVID, where the vessels just line the coastline, and it continues to increase. Everyone that I've talked to, their main deadline is just getting the stuff here before the holidays. It's like, can we just make it? We need to get this stuff out before it gets here before Black Friday and Christmas.
Testing near the session lows again in the ES. 318 running here was a good buying level last time. We got a pop, but patiently still waiting for like 6,300. The bond yields keep on going up.
Yes, they do.
The 4.47.
All right, it's 4.47. All right, we're closing in at 4. Interesting. 4.5%, about 3 bips to go, basis points to go. Take a look at the ES 6317. ES on the 5-minute chart, NASDAQ on the 5-minute chart, looking different, looking
completely different.
Right? They are not correlated right now.
Weird divergence there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything else is selling. The Dow, the Russell, the ES are all down. The NASDAQ is holding on. Nvidia
The
trying
Russell
to save the world right now.
Is far more sensitive to interest rates going higher, as are more components like of the ES compared to the NQ.
Makes a lot of sense.
Interesting.
Green on the screen, Jay. Green on the screen.
Green on the screen.
Green on the screen.
What did you have for breakfast? You already eat breakfast?
I did not have breakfast yet. No, I had a coffee.
He's talking about
seltzer water.
Here. Get some breakfast.
Heads up. ES get a little heavy here. ES get Avi toast.
Order filled.
In LA, that shit costs $20. That's $20 in LA. They charge $20 for that stuff. It's crazy.
Really?
All right, new selling. All right, sellers came in here in the ES 6312. 6312 just printed. We got more movement to the downside. NASDAQ following suit now. NASDAQ taking the lead. More selling coming in here now. NASDAQ, nice cut there, Jay. What was that?
Yeah.
What hit there? I'm taking a look at the. Oh, now he's going on about shifty,
Order filled.
Shift. Okay.
Order filled.
Lower the day.
Order filled.
Yeah.
Order filled.
Button there.
Order filled. Order filled.
Wow.
Order
See
filled.
The man in the green room. Yes.
Order
yes,
filled.
The man in the green room. We
Order
saw him
filled.
yesterday. Baby's here to talk about all-time highs in NASDAQ and the ES. Welcome everybody to founder and president, CEO, Mr. Michael Bataka. Welcome aboard, Michael. New all-time highs. ES NASDAQ. Can't keep a good market down, Michael.
I was watching, and then I saw you guys do that cut into the China and the tariffs or whatever.
Order filled.
Yeah.
Jack bringing in Smurf.
Order filled.
Did you see that?
Order filled.
Stepping it up.
Order filled.
Elmo.
Order filled.
Elmo is Elmo's quite naughty, Michael. Elmo had some things on his mind. What's up, Michael?
Not much.
Order
all-time
filled.
highs, man.
I know.
Keep a good market down. Can't keep a good market down.
God, these markets are so quiet. They're just so quiet. Yesterday, it was like, I'd have a meeting, and I'd be in the meetings. Then I'd look over here, the other screen, and be like, summer trade. This is feeling more summer than I've ever felt. It's usually like silico, of course, but not as silico as it's been, where summers are completely, I don't know, volatility is nothing.
You know, he's
quiet.
We're all in the Hamptons. Everyone's in the Hamptons. That's what. We're all the
I'm
traders in the Hamptons.
an Aspen, right? So I guess, yeah.
You're in New Orleans. By the way, do you want to do a recap? Do you want to do a follow up on who found your business card? This is incredible. I don't. It's all right.
The first guy to do it. First guy to do it too.
Yep. So we can do a little there. Okay, there it is. Yes. Look at that. Quezzy. It was Quezzy found Michael's business card. Michael, what did you do? Give everyone a little recap. What happened here? You're in New Orleans. You put your business
I was in
card
New Orleans.
This
I was on Bourbon Street. It was like 2 PM. We just flew in.
This is awesome.
And we had a wedding the next day. So we're walking. My wife just ducks in. Oh, I think I've seen this before on something, or I've read about this. And went in there, and then we learned all about absinthe. I think it's called Old Absinthe. They've already figured out what it is. And then I learned all about it. Had a drink. We were doing touch and goes. My wife and I, when we go explore, we do touch and goes. We go there, order a drink and an app. They didn't have apps or food, or whatever. We did like 15 places in like 24 hours. We did like 15 places of just going in there, drink, and then grab a drink, whatever they're known for, whatever food they're known for. It was the best experience I've had. But Quasi, was it?
Quezzy.
Quezzy was the first one to do this. Now, I put that on there because there's a ton of other business cards there.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, okay, somebody finds this. There's 100K sitting there for him.
He's been on with us.
And he's got it.
He's been
I'm assuming he left it there. I'm assuming he's left it there because I said leave it there for the next person.
That's wild. He's been on with us. We'll have
Michael, was that at Lafitte's?
No, we did. I did go to Lafitte's. The purple drink. Is that right?
Yeah, great place. Love New Orleans. Yeah. Love it.
DRANK, right there. I'm like, purple drink. No, purple drink. Okay.
Right.
Very good. Very sugary.
Hurricanes? Did you have any of those hurricanes on there? Down there?
No.
They're awful. They're absolutely awful. All right, we got some dip buying coming in here in the ES. About
That
around
was the low in
63.
gold still.
Yeah, Dakota nailed it. Jay nailed it.
Gold's pushing.
Yeah, it
Let's see
is.
what the presence is. The president's. We got one more for you, Michael. President is demanding a rate cut. He continues to demand a rate cut. The president had this to say about Chairman Powell yesterday. I want to get your take on his thoughts about the man he hired to become chairman of the Fed. If we have that, bring it in, Michael. But you got to hear this one. If we got it. Anyways, yeah, you got to hear. Trump had some thoughts about Chairman Powell about being too late, too slow to cut rates. Anyways, let's go around the horn right now. 10-year continues to sell off. Crude pushing up 66.78 last trade there. NASDAQ finding a bit of its footing at 23,160. What else do we have on the schedule for the day? We got the White House are expected to speak in about an hour or so. All right. They both
NVIDIA now
out,
up $150 billion in market cap today.
150 billion.
Incredible. Absolutely
Order
incredible.
filled.
That because
When
they
does it
opened up
become
in
the
China?
number one economy in the world?
Well, that would
Is that
you'd
even-
have to get to 23 trillion. Although right now, I said the other day, the NVIDIA market cap
That's
is like
something in here.
13% of US GDP.
Oh, come on. That's crazy.
Yeah,
Insane.
chips,
All right,
man.
AI, you better be right. Jack? What did you say? AI, you better know what you're doing.
Yeah,
we got
better
some
be
more
right.
yeah, we got some more selling coming in here in the ES. Now NASDAQ will just not go with the NASDAQ just yet. But that's very, very cool, Michael. Anything, what's on your mind about the slippage, things like that? Stop market order. I think we just need to turn to that and just keep calling it stop market. Stop limit is.
Yeah, it's not a stop loss. It's a stop market. They've said it wrong for a year. So we had a meeting with them last week. Said, why are people saying slippage? And then I'm like, it says stop loss right there. When you say stop loss, he said at 100, and then once you come back from making a sandwich and you got stopped out, and you're down $107, then you're gonna wonder what's going on here. So it's actually stop market. Market orders mean you're gonna find the best bid and offer. We had that conversation. It's updated with a squiggly, approximate, so people can now not put a absolute to it.
That was on the Series 3 too.
It was on the
Order
Series
filled.
3.
Order filled.
I'm doing the ethics training right now.
Order filled.
My God, is it 1904?
Oh,
it's like before the internet. It's like what they did before the internet. That's how chintzy this glass is. I'll show you a screenshot.
Order rejected.
Common sense. It's all common sense.
It's giving you a ton of scenarios. Ira talks, and they're having like old school names. Ira talks to Leo and tells Leo about a great trade, and you have to do these scenarios. Tells him about a great trade, and Ira says, "Hey, it's a for sure thing." Is Ira in the best interest of the customer? I mean, like, but then I'll share it with you. The pictures are old. It's like the quotes are old. It's like
Ira sent her affiliate code through a business card.
I knew some Iras. Definitely knew some Iras.
They used to hawk business cards back in the day. Now they just hawk codes online.
Yeah.
Hey, Dakota, you'll like this. Goldman Sachs out with a new. They're looking for a 3-month target in SPX.
Order filled.
Higher. And they are setting their new 12 months from now target 11% higher at a number very near and dear to your heart, 6,900.
Right.
Goldman Sachs.
Oh, that's the new one? Oh, man.
It's realistic.
Yep. 11 months from now, you said, Jack?
Yeah, we'll get there.
Excuse me?
You said 11 months from now?
12 months. 11% up in 12 months.
Yeah. Okay.
Pretty aggressive.
A year from now. Gotcha.
Yeah, let's keep an eye on the ES. Continue to grind a little bit lower, about 4 points off the lows, 63.08. We made new all-time highs off the opening bell. We're talking about buying the dip. How much of a pullback, Jack, will we be looking for in the ES? It looks like they want to keep selling this thing.
One moment. I got a message of some urgency.
All right,
Nothing
NASDAQ trying to downtick a little bit here. Anyways, all right, let's get to the tip of the week. It's only Tuesday for those that didn't see it yesterday. We bring out a new one every single week here on Top Step TV. This one is, I love this one. Keep emotions in check. Emotional control is crucial for successful trading. Don't let fear or greed drive your decisions. And of course, take breaks if you feel overwhelmed or stressed. Michael, which one, when you were trading day in and day out, which one was most difficult for you to work on amongst those? I don't think fear or greed was, but emotional control.
Take breaks.
You wouldn't take breaks? Or you would?
No, I would grind through. Oh, everything was a trade. Oh, I see another trade. Oh, I see another. And then you're just like, dude, you're just fabricating trades. Manual lockout, 15 minutes. Go make a sandwich. Go walk the dog. Something like that. So we really got into that. That's what they would tell us too in our prop at Kottke. They would say, hey, go take a walk. You know?
That's essentially what the tap was. That's essentially
Jay and I are both locked
and
out
Andre
this morning.
Yes. Oh, Jay.
Andre,
James, come on.
Yeah, I just want to say really quick, another way you can control your emotional trading and have discipline is by using the cool risk management features in TopStep X, including our newly released contract limits, which are now live in TopStep X. We talked about them last week, but I want to keep hitting it. If one emotional trade ever cost you a combine or an XFA, this one's for you. You can now set a cap on how many contracts you can trade for the day with contract limits. No more oversized position, no more revenge trading, no more second guessing mid-session. Just structure that helps you trade clean and stay in control. You can find this in your risk settings in TopStep X now.
I needed this. Awesome. Okay, I needed this one. You start trading well, guys. Everybody goes through like start trading well. I'm gonna increase my size. Start trading well. I'm gonna increase my size. Whack! You get hit. If you have the discipline and say like the next day you get whacked again. Maybe it's just not right away. And then you're like, man, I need to size down, but I have this max position here that I've earned and built up. So you should size yourself down. And now you can do that, which is really, really helpful. So you can be like, you know what, back to the basics, back to trading 101, one lot. And set it at a one lot. Hey, I'm only trading NASDAQ one lot until I get out of it. And that could just be just today. It could be just for today. I dare you, double dog dare you. I challenge you to try it out. Just try it out. Put yourself on a one lot trade just for a day. And then wait for great setups and then feel the market. And people like to extrapolate. Andre, we always talk about that, whether they have one good day for $1,000 and they're making 250,000 a year now in their head, 5,000 for the week, 20, 52 weeks, 50, whatever it is. Don't do that, but you're going to probably always have that urge to do that. This should help you. Slow yourself down. Size down.
Put a W in the chat if you are using the contract limits.
There you go.
New feature. W's in the chat if you're using them.
I've seen a few of them say it's lifesaver.
Say it again.
I see some of the traders in the chat already saying that they love it.
Yeah. There we go. Some W's in the chat.
Jay, you use it's all about downside protection here. Top Step X, first and foremost, is about the trader. We saw Dakota lock himself out because he's locking in profits on the day. Jay, you were up $1,300. You ensured you use the lock in to make sure you're going to be up $1,000 no matter what on the day. And sure enough, you are locked in $1,000 on the day. Contract limit, symbol blocker. Where else are you going to get this? It's all about protecting the downside. Because it's just longevity, Michael. It's about just staying alive in this game. Everything else takes care of itself.
That's what it is. Yep. It's survival. It's staying alive. It's adapting or dying. Would you say Lachlan Allen? Hell nah. Hell nah. Okay. Hell nah. Now imagine you're trading well. You need to
order fill.
Imagine you're a ball player. You get up to the plate, and when they say the best way to get out of a cold streak is just get on base. Now you've been getting on base, you've been locking in. Now you're in a cold streak. Like you need to get back down to basics, and that's really what I see, history of even in myself, where you just stay in this. No, I can fight through it. More size, bigger combine, bigger loss limit. Even though you're trading shitty, now if you're trading not very well, your performance is not. You don't double down, you size down. Just remember that. So hell nah, okay, maybe you've never gone through this before. That's fair, maybe, but hell yes is what you're going to start to say because that keeps you in the game. You're like, hey, I'm going to size down, and if you don't like it, you don't like it. Then you're just going to keep playing big ball, trying to play big ball when you can't put up numbers. So like, you just keep yourself in the reality world. Look the man in the mirror, yourself. Look at your trade reports. I've been blowing a lot of accounts. That right there should say size down. Whether it's account or position or daily loss limit, size down. Get yourself conditioned in a way. Once you get yourself conditioned in a way, then you start hitting the different pitches that get thrown at you, and now you're putting up days, and you're putting up weeks, and you're putting up months, and you're taking money out of the markets. It's just go back to that. It comes back to managing your emotions but controlling your behaviors. So your emotions are going to tell you can do it. This next one's going to be a home run.
Love it. Eat that piece of.
You're going to turn everything around. Life's going to change with this next trade.
Essentially, it's a slump buster, Michael. When you're trading, it's a slump buster. Yeah, it's different ways to get out of a slump, and sizing down is definitely one of the ways to get out of that slump when you're trading. Don't go all in. Trust me.
Take a break too.
Here off of we weren't able to take out sort of the lows after the spike from overnight. 308 was a number a lot of people were looking at. Little bounce right here.
6308. Yeah, let's trade 6315. Last trade there. Keep an eye on this 10-year yield because it was going in the wrong direction. We're up at, all right, here we go. 4.47%. 4.5% is not gonna be. We got Fed speakers, by the way, coming out today. We got Barr starting at 11:45 a.m. Central. We got Barkin high noon Central. We got Trump. We got CryptoZars getting ready to speak in less than an hour. Maybe talking about all-time highs in micro Bitcoin. Then we got Colin speaking at 1:45 today. We got a lot more coming on Top Step TV. Let's take a look at the tilt. 50-50 across the board. We did see some heavy short tilts in NASDAQ right off the bell, what was that? Something just hit. Buyers did just step in and lifted some offers there coming into the top of the hour. Again, Trump.
John, you're never too good to size down. Last year at this time, I was trading 30 minis. I'm now trading 1, 2, 3 micros and
There
knocking
you go.
myself out at
Good
50 and
example.
$160 days. And it's exactly what MPC. I'd rather suck it up, eat the humble pie, size down, trade some micros, lock some good positive green days, get back into the rhythm, and then start to size up rather than just say F it and blow my account and then just
Order
move
filled.
on and reset. And do
Order
that again.
filled.
Because you don't really learn very much when you just keep hitting the reset button or buying different evaluations or combines. You learn more by sizing down and figuring your crap out and then get back to what you were doing right.
Yep. Adapt or die. I said it earlier. You got to adapt or you will die in this industry. And adapt means you have to adapt both to what the market is like bringing to you, like the market state right now, the market state, the state of which the market is in is pretty lame, pretty quiet. You know, you do get these big, we did move, but like nothing like we had in April or March or anything. For Q1, how about Q1 was bananas? You got to adapt. If you're still trading the same way over there, looking for these big moves now, you're smoked. And if you're ripping through combines and bragging to your friends or bragging on internet about like ripping through and then showing one good day, that's not a good trader. It may be flash pan success, may get you attention, all that kind of stuff. But like it's a longevity game. Somebody in here is like, "Oh, you make your money off traders losing." Traders lose no matter what. We're going to start a brokerage firm here too. We're going to take, be able to take and open up an account for you. Like brokerage has been doing that forever, and the game is very, very tough. So they've been accepted. Prop firms came around. Top Step started and said, "All right, prove you can trade to yourself." That's why I don't like that instant funding bullshit. Like right away, you're going to spend $500 to be put into an account that you have not even proved your strategy. Pay $49, prove it, get funded, and then if you bust out of that account, then maybe you can reset it. Maybe
Order filled.
I don't know. You always need to prove, but you always need to prove. You need to prove to yourself and to the world that you can trade these markets. These markets change, so you must adapt or die. Either super volatile, it's either watching paint dry. It's exaggerated moves, range bound, trending day. So you figure that out, but you got to get all these different states. So going back to what Dakota says, getting another combine over and over again, you got to slow down.
Filled.
You got to slow down, and then you're going to create longevity in this game, which means taking payouts and paying yourself.
And PJ and I talked about last night. Last night's topic was, can you day trade for a living, right? Where you can't just call your broker and say, can I reset my account because I messed up? You can't just do that in life. And especially if you want to do it, for a living.
We said this conversations all the time.
Yeah,
when we were first starting Top Step, we had to explain to people that like you can't reset your live account because there's no other funding opportunity out there. And you couldn't. So our big thing was like we'd always relate it to a live account. We're like, hey, if you have your own personal brokerage account and you busted out today, or you fat fingered it, or you didn't have your stop loss in, and you went and walked the dog, and you now upside down on the account because brokerage firm liquidated, like you can't redo those. You're getting a safer onboarding and experience into like understanding what to do, what not to do, how to stay focused, how to adapt or die. Like all that kind of stuff day in, day out with the prop model. And that's really, if used properly, Dakota, we always talk about it. If you're using the prop firm models properly.
Correct. Yeah. Using it correct. And there's a fine line, right? Being able to use it and then use it correctly. Question for you. To go off the topic that Jay and I had last night is can you day trade for a living? How was it? Now I know it's a different world from in the pits to where we're at now, but the psychological side and then the financial side, I can imagine is the same thing, where you have that comfort of a reset button, or you have the comfort of like, hey, I have a job and I don't care what happens with this account. I'm going to be paying my bills no matter what with my job or whatever it has type of income, like another source of income versus if I don't make profit this month in this account. I can't pay my bills. How was that for you? And maybe other stories that you've had when it comes to trading for a living?
I didn't quit my day job, which I never had a day job, but I was bartending every night from like 5 till 2 a.m. So I stayed with that. So then I took the pressure off as I was proving to the prop firm I could trade on their sim account. That's when I first started with a prop firm. But before that, I didn't have any of that. I didn't have any goals. I didn't have any. I had a trading plan that I didn't when I first started trading. I didn't have any of that. I just put money in the markets and got crushed. And I didn't call myself a trader until I actually made enough money to pay taxes from trading. And that was kind of my big thing. I don't never call yourself a trader until you've made enough money to pay taxes on taking money out of the markets. You even start to consider yourself a professional because you're getting paid for your trade. Your trade.
Yeah, because Jake said this. Jake is like, why do we get into trading? And I think 90% of everyone says freedom, right?
freedom.
And then it's like, well, what does that freedom look like? Because for me, I trade 2 hours in the morning and 2 hours at night. And what the heck do you do with the rest of your time? And then being able to lay it out, because it's not like the pits where you had to stand there all day.
Yeah.
We are selling here. Are we gonna fill this gap?
Yeah, let's see if we can run the lows here, and then on the rebound, I'd be interested in buying the.
I want to get back to that conversation. Yeah, this is a really good conversation. I want to get back to that about why we do get into trading, and we should be very forthright about why we all get into trade. But right now, we are selling off in the ES. Just tapped on some new session lows, 63.02, and the orders just did print. NASDAQ, okay, here we go. We're off about 100, 115 points off all-time highs. Last trade, 23,123. Session lows of 23,092. Tilt, 68% short on the NASDAQ, 50-50 across the board in these other markets. 10-year continue to grind lower. I'm wondering if this 10-year, starting to pull, the yield's going higher, starting to pull on the equities just a bit, Jack.
It's a check to reality if we get to 4.5.
Yeah.
When's the last time we were trading that?
If the equities are starting to say, take a look over their shoulder and say, why are rates going that way? Last 4.47%. Now, still 4.47%, but looks like there might be some more movement to the downside here in the ES. Take a look at the ladder. 50 on the bid, 50 on the ask in the ES. NASDAQ, anything popping off? Quite thin.
Pretty thin.
All right, well, we might have some more selling come here. Last trade, 23,114. Gold, pretty tame right now, trading 33.54. Crude as well, but it looks like we got another push to the downside coming in here. What's going to move first, ES or NASDAQ? It looks like ES is the first one to move to the downside. New lows, 63.02. 01's now trade. We get to 6,300, Jack. This is the price we were kind of looking for, 6,300.
Yep. Got to see how it reacts. It's right at the low.
What are you looking for?
I'm looking to see if we have any stops down here, and then if we start to recover, then looking to buy.
Ooh, I like that idea, Jack. 6,300s.
Yeah,
for some stops. All right, you two talk about it. So when you guys say you want to see some stops, go ahead. Go ahead, Michael.
I like how he said, what'd you say? Extend past it, or what'd you say? And then when it firms up,
if there's any stops down here. We spent some time here earlier. There's some support at this level, but we're selling off, semi-aggressively as far as selling goes in the last few weeks. So let's see. We're getting close to it. We'll probably take out this low here.
So you got to imagine. I always imagine there's still some people long right here that had a great long and was, out there God's gift to trading right now for a while until right now when they're back now scratch with it and there's stops down here. There's other people with stops down here. And
800 lot downside, 6,300 bid, 6,300 on 800 in the ES ladder. Look at that. We got a fat bid on the ES ladder, 860 times, 6,300 on 860. See if he wants to go fill that. You got to think. See if that gets filled. See how far they want to push through that. Again, last trade, 63.03. We got size showing up on the ladder. Let's trade. So much for summer doldrums. Markets have woken up. Take a look at the NASDAQ. Anything on the ladder over there? Pretty thin, but I want to see what happens with these 6,300 evens in the ES. Last trade, 63.03. 10-year kind of consolidating around the lows. Crude chilling. Gold chilling. But right now,
Yeah.
Eyes on the Nasdaq and the ES. Jack and Michael, where would the stops be? Why stops around big fat round number 6,300? What's the thinking there?
Well, it's also low the day there too.
Yeah, there
Okay.
tends to be a lot of stops. I mean, like, just look at the chart right now. I'm sure
Mhm.
there's people that their stops are kind of below this area here.
All right, closing about 2 points to go. 1 point to go.
Nasdaq going.
6,300 on, 6,300 on 800, 6,300 even. Even bid on 800, Michael. Even on 800. Let's see if this thing gets
Even on
filled.
800.
I can see
Points to
Nasdaq
go.
to 23,000.
Nothing below.
Nothing lower. Nasdaq. All right, now Nasdaq beneath 23,100. What's going to move first? Are we closing on these 6,300s? Watch this on the ladder. Point to go. Couple ticks to go. Buyers are trying to defend it. Here we go. And
Okay, watch your flush. If you want to have fun, you can lean on the 800s, but you'd have to just put a stop right below it.
watch the
800
flush.
Chat saying
6,300.
Tesla selling off. That's
Is it?
maybe
Yeah,
what's leading us lower here.
their
Tesla on the low.
North American head of sales left.
Oh, okay. All right, here we go.
Oh.
6,300s. 6,300s. Watch this. All right, they're trying to defend the 6,300s. They're trying to buy the quarters. Now the halves back up to 01. You see, they're trying to front run these 6,300s. How much gas in the goose do they have? They're trying to front run, maybe take some profits ahead of this 800 lot. And we'll see if this
I'm
800 lot
leaning on
does
it.
come back. Could be an iceberg.
Leaning on it, right?
Keep a wide stop. Keep a stop wide.
Not white stop. No, I'm leaning on the 800 lot.
Evens are gonna get filled. They're gonna fill these evens.
Well, that's why I'm.
I know. I know.
Playing it with a one tick. It's a lean.
Mm-hmm.
Paper gets filled. All right, let's see if they can hold it. Okay, Nasdaq. They're trying to defend the 23,100s right now, and ES they're trying to defend these 6,300s.
If we go through these 6,300s, I think Nasdaq can get back down to 23,000.
23,000. Yeah.
All right, all good.
Bounce there.
Okay, Michael, what's your out?
Won't even let us guess.
No, I mean I leaned on them after they already printed.
Oh,
So I got 10 working there, which probably isn't smart now that it's firmed up 3-4 handles off of it. It's called a lean, guys. We used to do and like it doesn't fit your strategy. There's nothing here, but like you're just leaning on a big order, and you're like, okay, I'm okay with buying 6,300s quarter, leaning on the 6,300s with a stop market, which is a little, you're gonna have slippage at the 29 or at the 62.9975s. This is S&P. So you're probably risking a few $100s.
And what are you looking for profit wise? Are you looking like a 3-to-1 or 4-to-1?
Yeah, you definitely need to be at 3 to 4 to 1 on.
Sweet. So are you in or did you get stopped on those 6,300s?
No, when those trading 63 quarters, I'm like, I'm going to lean on this.
All right, let's see if we can get these. We'll see if we can get these 6,300s filled here. We did see a little bit of a bounce.
I don't like it retesting if it retests.
Yeah, well, I want to go, Jack. Okay, we didn't get the stops. The stops didn't pop. So how do we reassess from there, Jack?
It's gone.
There's
it's gone.
It is pulled.
Just to buy it right here, 305 and say like that was their best shot at it. But I want to see like I'm trying to be patient, right? I want to see him take through that.
Okay,
Yeah,
it is pulled. Nice catch there. Last trade, 63.03. A little bit of a bounce in the Nasdaq, about 20 points or so. Bottom out is 23,096. We're about 25 points higher now. Trade 23,117. Wow, they're going to defend these 6,300s, even though it did get pulled 50-50 on the tilt. Let me see.
I bought one, like a cheap one, just to see if like it's so cheap. I don't want to get left behind if that ends up being the low. So we'll just risk about $200. One ES long from 304 3/4.
304. Okay. 304 in the orders. 6304 in the orders. Where do they want to take this thing? 50-50 on the tilt right now. 05. What's the upside? What's the upside? Something like this, Jack, for a target.
Maybe around 318, 320. Like if it gets running.
Okay.
I just bought some more
Oh,
Tesla.
okay.
Who cares?
Get smoke.
North
Get smoke
American
right now.
sales executive leaves. Who cares?
Some-
You got another guy
man.
that's hungry as hell right behind him.
Hey, Tom, you're up. Next man up.
Yeah, next man up. You got the best
Look at
talent.
that.
They have the best talent over there. I mean, the best engineers, the best. You're
love
fine.
it.
You're gonna sell. You got
right.
new product lines coming, Android, Droid things, and Robotaxi. New business lines, new revenue lines.
Dude, I saw one of those robot things. I saw one of those robot things out in Santa Monica.
Kevin
Freaking
left.
tall. They're taller than you. They built those robot
Really?
things. They're taller than Michael. Yeah, man. Those things aren't messing around.
You're gonna make my bed someday, Andre. They're gonna make my bed.
We already have someone that does. Already have someone that does that.
More reliable.
Okay. All right, 63. I'll get Euro close at the bottom of the hour. Take a look here. We got all right. U.S. Energy Secretary scheduled to speak in about 7 minutes. So let's take a look at crude right now. $66.72 for a barrel of that black gold, that Texas tea. We got some speakers coming out later. We got the crypto czar speaking 10:45 Central, probably beating his chest about all-time highs in micro Bitcoin with the "I told you so's." All right, but speaking of that, Michael, we're talking about trading journal. I remember when you were in Chicago, we looked at your journal. You brought
Order
your
filled.
safe. I want to throw it to James though about how we do it here at Top Step and Top Step TV. James, come on in. Hit us with the goods.
Absolutely. Hello, everybody. Happy Tuesday. I'm here to once again talk to you about the Emotional Trading Journal available at topstep.tv. If you've ever felt like emotions get the best of you while trading, you're certainly not alone. TopStep has something powerful to help, though, the Emotional Trading Journal. Take your journey with the journal. It's a free, downloadable tool designed specifically for traders to recognize patterns, regulate emotions, and make smarter decisions. Whether it's revenge trading, FOMO, or hesitation, this journal helps you identify the mental traps that can derail your progress. So head to the link we're dropping in chat and get your copy of the Emotional Trading Journal and start using it today. I promise you're going to see a lot of improvement. Start tracking those emotions. And while you're there at TopStep.tv, sign up for the TopStep TV guide. If you want to know exactly when your favorite traders are going to be live each week, check out the link we're going to also drop and get your email registered for this guide. It gets sent straight to your inbox and you get the full schedule. You'll know when Dakota's on. You'll know when Jay is on. You'll know when Baron was on. All of your Top Step TV favorites can be found right in that email sent directly to your inbox every single Monday. We put a lot of work into it to make sure that it is all the relevant information you need to get your week started with Top Step TV. So sign up today. You won't regret it. That's all I got for now. Andre, back to you.
Man, that was a nice trade leaning on that 800 contract.
Yes, it was.
Yeah. Yep.
Guys, you can make it a part of your strategy, but it's not. It's more of a bet.
It's a cheap trade, Michael. It's a cheap trade.
It's a cheap trade.
It's a cheap
going
trade.
in there saying, "Hey," and you're gonna have slippage. And I don't want to. I leaned on it, and I got said $1,000, but now I'm at 1,500. Yes, guess what? When you lean on some heavy size, when you leave it heavy, you're not the only one. There's some people doing it a couple ticks before that and all that, and everybody puts their stops below it. So that if it trades through and trades out, then you're like, you got no bids on there that's big enough to kind of hold the market or pause the market, I should say. And yeah, you're going to have people that purposely go trigger. I tried trigger stops back in the day. Like, right when it prints, right when it sells through, print the next print with a one lot or micro or not micro, but like one lot.
Yeah.
Boom. That could trigger a stop. Different plays. Not like an A+ setup. It's not like all that whole game that people of your strategy. It's just an element of trading that you can add to your arsenal.
You lost a quarter tick on the trade. What'd you get? You get long right in front of it? Quarters?
I wanted to. No, it was trading through. The low at 6,300. So I traded a bit of this of the size. You would have 7 handles in it right now. McLovin, your slippage is insane though. Don't downsize it. No, it's not. We have video. Show us video. We have video of this, and they're going to be sharing it of Tradeovate, Ninja, Rhythmic, all the other platforms that futures trade.
Hold on.
And they have it during volatile markets. It's not.
Who is that?
And if you
Is
do,
it
if you do
McLovin?
have it, always
McLovin,
share video.
McLovin, are you trading the Nasdaq, McLovin?
Yeah, if you trade the Nasdaq, man, you got slippage. Period. So there's no doubt. I won't downplay that. You're going to have slippage. Yes.
I mean, I don't tell. See, Michael had to stop on at 6,300. You see that 800 lot? No slippage there because there was 800 to puke into essentially. Nasdaq, look at the ladder on the Nasdaq.
What a bounce.
There's 2 lots to puke into. Indeed.
Jack, you're
60
in this though, right?
Yeah,
Yes, we are long one. We're a little bit above 1-to-1 on the trade right now.
That would have been a great lean. Perfect example
So-
of a good lean right there. But now, like you said, Dakota, what if you're leaning on this? What would you put your take profit at? I mean, probably a multiple of what you were going to risk, right?
Right. Yeah, I would have a little bit wider of a stop loss than you guys at like 1 tick. I'd probably have like, 2 or 3 handles, looking for 6 handles, something like that. Because I'm a believer that stop loss is a better entry.
I would agree.
Settlement test there in the S&P, 63.11s.
Settle test. All right. We got 71% long in the ES right now from an average price of 63.09 as we trade there right now. Look at the NASDAQ, 23,132. We got the Euro close in about 21 minutes. Jack, you were talking about 18s, I do believe, for a upside. 18s or 13s?
Possibly, although I don't want to like overextend. Right now, I have an offer in that would be about like 2.5, maybe a little bit more our risk reward. It was a really tight stop in this. At some point, I'll maybe move the break even, but it was looking like it was kind of exhausted and turning around, and I didn't want to miss it because that's happened to me a good deal. Selling off a little now.
Did anybody in chat lean on it? 8,300s, 800 lot there. This is for S&P traders. I'm not saying lean on any. There was nothing that I saw in the Nasdaq to lean on. You can't really lean on much there.
No such thing.
You're leaning on air.
Yeah.
You're leaning on
Rates
air.
keep
Or you
pushing
trade
up, which I don't love.
Are they?
I would hold this a lot longer if the rates would turn around.
Oh, so old too slow Powell.
Oh, speaking of too slow Powell, James, you know where I'm going to go with this. Speaking of too slow Powell, yesterday the president had some thoughts about too slow Powell. We'll already bring that in. But yeah,
Trey, we've been saying Michael,
look at this. Look at this. Look at this shit.
We have a bad Fed chairman, really bad. If he would lower the rates, and I tried being nice to the guy, it doesn't help. He's like a knucklehead. No, he's a knucklehead. A stupid guy. He really is.
There you go, Michael.
I'm not a big fan. I'm not a big fan of talking to somebody's intelligence about that publicly, but I am a big fan of putting pressure on. Like the Fed moves very slow, and if this can help the economy, you got to put it all. You put it all together. It's like you got inflation. Inflation looks like it's under control. You got a lot of things like, come on.
They have to.
I'm okay with them being higher for longer.
Why though? If you can
here's a question for you. Here's a question for everybody. Would you rather them be a little bit late or too early? Which one's worse?
Well,
the economists are always late. They're not, in my opinion, they're not seen around the corner. Yeah, they're getting their data.
Like indicators, right? It's lagging.
Yeah, it's lagging. Big. They're lagging. But they've been fairly okay.
Well, they were quick to cut rates back in 2020. They were quick to pump $6 trillion in the economy.
Remember when they were just doing stuff off the hip, irrational exuberance? Alan Greenspan, the oldest guy on the planet, was even back then. Is he still alive right now?
Question. Is Alan Greenspan still with us? Is Alan Greenspan still with $50? If he's, anyways, yeah. Go ahead, Michael. Irrational.
Irrational exuberance.
Yes, he's still alive.
The markets are crazy.
99 years old.
Ooh, wow.
Unexpected interest rate cuts. Got smoked on that.
Did you? I cleaned up that day.
Yeah, no, I did not. I got short.
Brunel and I took a plane to Vegas
We're-
3 hours after that.
We're there.
Remember, after the irrational exuberance comment, I believe that was in 1996, the market rallied like gangbusters for another 3-4 years. So it got more irrational and more exuberant.
Yep. I started trading in 1996-7. My first $30,000 account, not knowing what the hell I'm doing, went to funding the other trader that took the other side of every one of my trades.
Yeah. Guess what? The market's going to take your money. Citadel's going to take your money. Goldman's going to take your money. And we got the NASDAQ. Look at NASDAQ saying so much for that sell-off. NASDAQ bottomed out at 23,090. Will the ES follow? ES, buy the dip, man. Just buy the dip. Man.
Yeah. Buy the dip.
Can we go to the highs? Can we go to all-time highs? We got Euro close, bottom of the hour. Last trade in the ES, 63.09. We'll let this trade bake just a bit. I want to go with it. How much? What's Tesla trade?
Order
Michael?
filled.
What'd you buy it? Where'd you
I
get
don't know,
it from?
I just bought a 50 lot there.
Market.
50 shares market. Yeah.
Let's take a look at earnings. This
Hey?
is
13. I got an average price of 295. So I'm just adding to my winner. That's what him and the Trump and Elon had their little spat. I'm like, okay, this doesn't affect sales.
All right, now we're selling off a little bit.
Okay.
You don't do options, right, MP? You just
No, I don't touch options. This is buy and hold. I like the company. If I like the company, I like the product. I'm not effing around with that. I trade futures. Futures is where active trading exists. Options is a time decay. You have to factor in all this other stupid shit. Like just
intrinsic
get
value.
in intrinsic value. Like basis. I mean,
I will agree to disagree with that one.
Yeah, I know you like it, and that's. I like to play baseball. You like to play baseball and basketball.
Basketball.
15 minutes
throw
to
this on
the
the
Euro
basketball
close. Waiting for the energy secretary to speak. Take a look at crude. Crude's been selling off $66.58. Again, Energy Secretary Wright scheduled to speak about 5 minutes ago. Cryptos are Sachs scheduled to speak in about 30 minutes or so. Jack, we're still in this?
Yeah, it came back. It's a little bit in our favor. I mean, we'll see. It looks like it may want to run the lows. Once again, stuck with the risk that we put in there, which is $200.
Okay.
200 bones.
We had big
$200
big banks had earnings this morning. What did we have? We had Citi, we had JP, BlackRock. They all crushed. Didn't see the guidance, but their trading profits were absolutely crushed. That's who we're competing against. All right, that's who we're competing against. Is those big boys, so.
Yeah,
we stay grinding.
We've been making all-time highs. This is my argument against rate cuts. I mean, we had one of the best comebacks in these equities, going from down 50% to all the way back. We're making all-time highs. Like, I don't see why everyone's in a big hurry to cut rates.
NGE, thanks, MP. Just passed a combine. No drawdown. You didn't draw down the account at all. Good for you. That's hot. That's if you can go in there and knock it out where you never drew the countdown. Banger of a trade. I love those because you just like you feel good. To the moon, Alice. Yeah.
And they're now funded, and they didn't have to pay such a high price for a funded account.
Yeah, there you go. You proved your strategy. We had a little patience. You paid $49, not $490, to then bomb it. You that's the whole. You want to look. I'm not going to go instant funding, just so everybody knows. Instant funding, I think, is bullshit.
There we go.
Back to funded.
Why not, Michael? Why aren't you going instant funded?
Because people need to prove their strategy. You're like, well, I don't have time to prove my strategy. Well, you right there are like the type that doesn't find success for the long term. You need to stay patient. You let the markets come to you. Markets are an opportunity making machine. They're going to be here longer than you are. So figure it out, figure your strategy out, and you're going to go cold on your strategies too. Like it may work and then it doesn't work. You want to get it dialed in. So just take a proving moment. A proving moment is an evaluation. Skipping an evaluation is doing yourself a disservice because if you can't perform in the evaluation, you have no business trading your own money or anybody else's or at the funded level because you haven't put together a strategy. It's just like, you got to be true to yourself.
What is it?
Get it together. Like Angie just did. Angie didn't have any downside, $49. Now it's like $149 for activation. It's kind of the reason why we wanted that low barrier to entry. Prove it with the low barrier, and then unlock the funded account. And so the instant funding, I'm not a fan of. But you resetting at the funded level.
What is instant funding? For those that are asking, what is instant funding?
I don't know, it's like pay a bunch of money, and then you get it. You're already instantly funded. Okay, yeah, it sounds great in concept. You're like, oh shit, I can skip the valuation. But again, it's like, in my opinion, I'll probably get roasted by all these instant funding firms. But they should also, like, why are you putting people that don't know how to trade into an instant funded account and charging them $500? Why not?
Gotcha.
Why not give them a shot to prove to themselves and to you for a lower cost? Oh, but they want to skip it. The customer's always right. Does that really help the customer? Everybody's getting crushed on $500. You had 10 shots. Now you're out 5,000. You have 10 shots. You're out $500 on a 50K. You're talking Top Step versus instant funding. But resetting. If you prove your strategy, Dre, and then you unlock or activate your funded account, I do believe there should be like an opportunity for you if you bust out right away. An opportunity for you to get right back in at a fair price. At a fair price.
When I was trading as a clerk, we were trading live. There was no sim at that time. As a clerk, my account got I was negative $5,000 down, real money, down $5,000, and the firm, they essentially zeroed out my account that with real money, and that was the ultimate reset, if you will. And from there, I was able to be profitable. So, yeah, I was $5,000. They ate $5,000 of real loss of mine, zeroed out my account, gave me a clear head, and I was able to trade my way back into the black. And then I went on contract. So
order filled
in that. But
our prop actually reset you. We reset you, but we had to prove it before. And it's such a logical concept. If you can't prove it, then thank God you're not trading your kid's college fund or your own money. That's the first one. And let's go at it again and adapt.
Order filled.
And learn and improve going forward with what you've experienced.
Instant funding.
Well, I got a
sounds
quote for you, MP.
Yeah.
What's that?
A quote for you? From Henry Ford. I love listening to quotes. You probably have heard some of my quotes. And this is kind of back to what you said. If you asked the customer what you wanted, then the customer would have said they wanted a faster horse. And this comes from Henry Ford. And so it's like, at the time, maybe, we rode horses and they wanted a faster horse because they didn't, hey, we're going to invent this car.
Well, there will be firms out there like, oh, we give you what you want. Now, if I got what I want, we all got what I want. Our teeth would be rotted out. You eat candy all the time. You have some things that you're like, you don't get it all the time. And you shouldn't, and you technically shouldn't. But they all want it. So I'm not a believer in if they all want it. I'm like, what's best to help develop the trader for longevity? And we go back to the same thing. What'd you get in the business for? Ours, when we did our vision, is to be a path to a better lifestyle. Because every trader, in my opinion, comes in, of course, for freedom, but it's really to elevate your lifestyle. Wherever you are now, I want my bed off the floor. I want a framed bed now. Well, that's going to cost $500, $300. I want to improve. I want to have a nightstand. Now I want to have. Eventually, I want a car, and eventually, I want a family. Eventually, I want to take my family on a trip. Blah blah blah. Lifestyle. So to get all that going, I just went from my freshman year. I just went from my freshman year to my late 30s.
You're right, dorm room right there, man. I love that. Hey, we got some more buying coming in here in the NASDAQ, Michael. But we all get into this. We all get into this to make money. Let's not beat around the bush. We all get into trading to make money. What is it? It's the easiest way to make a hard buck. The hardest way to make an easy dollar. What's that? That's what we get into this thing for.
Hardest way to make the easiest money.
Correct.
Yeah, hardest way to make the easiest money.
And yes,
so then take patience. Take your time. And last thing, Jay, I want to make a point of some to the instant funding and all that stuff. You're making your first risk to reward decision. You're making your first risk to reward decision by choosing how to go into a prop firm. If you're going instant funding, I have no problem paying $500 and then probability wise, I'm going to blow it. Probability wise is you guys like there's like a 14-15% pass rate per when you purchase. That's just like common. I've seen that's been since Top Step started for 15 years. So your odds of like you passing and growing an account, they say 95% of traders, active traders, fail. Traders, not investors, people that actively trade. Like you got to put yourself in the 5% before you start putting real money at the markets, whether it's your own personal capital, which maybe someday you'll be able to withdraw from Top Step and put it into a brokerage account directly.
What are you doing there? What are you
maybe.
doing?
Very soon. Or yeah, so I don't know. Just take your time. Goes back to that the tip that we just had about you're managing your emotions or whatever. Your greed and all that's going to try to kick in, try to run, take the wheel. Can't let that. Patience, as Jack was just saying.
Oh, we're being very patient right here.
Yeah,
he
give us
is.
an update on this trade. How's it count long from 63.04 in the orders, Jack? What's the last trade in the ES? I see NASDAQ pushing up. What's going on in the ES?
312. So what happened is it came back. We were about 1.5 risk to reward. It came back, retested the entry. I did not move my stop. Now after that test coming back, I did move our stop to 305. Probably looking to take this off. I mean, I'd like to see. I don't want to get greedy on these runners, so maybe I'll trail. But I'd love to see like 318 area.
I'm gonna be that guy,
settlement
Jack.
once before. What
is there any situation where you would add
order filled?
Question.
I don't love it because this was like a like I'm almost leaning towards cutting at some point because it wasn't the trade that I wanted to get. It was
okay.
I don't think this is FOMO. I saw something with like a small stop that I could try and take in the case that we didn't get our trade. And if we did get stopped out, chances are we were going to see the trade.
Gotcha.
Having trouble with settlement here.
Yeah, 10-year yield.
10-year yield's been going higher. 4.8. That's what makes me nervous about this trade.
We're at 448. And we got Greg B in the chat here saying, I want to close up for the day. I want to close it for the day and paint the exterior of the house. Okay, but I enjoy listening to MP too much, so I'm going to sit here and watch my trade, listen to the man in the flesh. Absolutely. We're also going to get this direct access to the CEO and founder of the prop space himself, Michael Talk. Click like, click follow, click subscribe, click notify. James, get ready because I want to bring that up. When Michael was in New Orleans, he was in New Orleans.
Flat, took off 2-1 risk to reward. We're up.
There you go, Jack.
Green on the
Zen's World. Zen's World. I got something for you here shortly. Zen's World.
Oh man,
props have never been for the trader. Props have never been for the trader.
People
Anyone buying an eval or what? I know. Yeah, come on, guys. So we're gonna have some fun here. Like Zen's World. Go to the home page of Top Step. Look at the very bottom footer. We tell you the stats. You're like, why don't you share the stats?
There's that voice.
They're shared. Why don't you read to the very bottom of the page? We don't put it at the headline story. Come on. But just like anything, it's in the bottom, letting you know pass rates, people that take a percentage of profits and things like that. It's in there. Challenge your other prop firms out there to do that as well.
Well, Michael, where else? Exactly. Click like, click subscribe,
We're
click
not
notify. What else is doing this? Right? No one else is doing this. You got direct
Nobody's
access.
Nobody's trying to pull wool over anybody's head, but like the markets are tough. I'm just trying to say like the markets are tough. So go at it a little bit easier, a little bit slower, a little bit with more patience. Start with a small amount of money, a small amount of size. This is the whole concept. Since I got on here till now, the whole concept is like, just start off a little bit slow. It's going to be here longer than you are. And put yourself in the position so you got it for the long haul. You can play it for the long haul. Well,
there's a comment from X in the chat that says we don't read that shit. Maybe you should. And
we feel sorry for you then.
So make sure whether it's a Top Step account or some other accounts, make sure you're reading everything. Because the last thing you want is to be eligible for a payout. It's not going to happen here, and not get one. So make sure you read before you pay.
Read that shit. I'm sure the other prop firms know. They know nobody reads. Oh yeah, you get sign on the dotted line. Sign on the dotted line, and you haven't read it. It's not like that,
right.
But I'm just saying, like you just blindly here you go. I'm going to make a decision today. Like, come on, man.
It's 90% off. What can it be?
Hold on, it sounds good.
Still grinding high. We got gold turning over a
We
little
love
bit.
you
Great
all.
stuff. Michael came in fired up. He got that coffee from Snowmass Club this morning. Maybe 2 shots of espresso on that thing. We got the Nasdaq pushing higher. We are about 60 points from I take that 160 points from all-time highs. Last trade 23,163. Euro closed in less than 2 minutes. You heard Jack and I talking about 10-year yields. 10-year yields have been going in the wrong direction all day today. By wrong direction means going higher. We see the prices going lower. Prices go lower. Yields go higher. 10-year yield 4.48%. Jack, at 4.5% is going to get a little uncomfortable. Does anything matter for equities, or is it just up and away? I mean,
It's mattered in the past once we get especially like 4.6. The problem is very fundamentally, like the basics of stocks is that the interest rate goes higher, your present earnings are worth less and your future earnings are worth less as well. Um Above 4.6 is when there tends to be some disruptions in the market. There's a lot of trades out there. If people are familiar with like basis trade, etc. Um Nobody wants higher rates, but we are definitely inching up right now.
Yep.
I believe
We got
Gold
I don't
about
know
to
if
make new
JD's
lows.
back there. Looking at the
It
sheets,
is.
is JD up money on the
Yep.
trade?
We'll take a
That was
look. We
such a
got
good lean. That lean.
I know, man. I know. Is it still down there?
I taught a lesson on how to lean. There you go. I mean,
Gold selling off
I
here. New
missed
lows
it.
gold. New lows
Yeah, I got
gold.
it.
33.39. Someone hit the sell button on gold. Nasdaq going higher. ES going higher. 10-year continued grind lower, but someone hit the sell button on gold. We got 20 seconds till the European close. The crypto czar has started to speak. I saw the micro Bitcoin was selling off. We made all-time highs micro Bitcoin yesterday, somewhere above 123,000. Right now, let's get into the Euro close. 5 seconds. Let's see what happens here. And gold, someone hit the sell button there. All right, Europe is closed. Good trade there. Everyone is flat. With that being said, okay, Michael, you were in New Orleans this weekend. You put your card in that establishment, and we tried to get the gentleman that found the card. Having a little bit of internet issues right now, but I'll throw it to James because I do believe he sent us a little clip. James, is that right? He sent us something.
All right, nice.
All right, let's see what we got there. Here it is.
James, more news that matters. Yes.
That's right, Michael. Things have changed around here since you've been gone. I'm now in charge of the news. I create it, I make it, I send it out. And but first, yes, recently, Michael, you shared on Twitter, you posted your business card at an establishment, and you said the first person who can find it, you get a 100K combine on me. Well, as you know, we announced earlier, Quezzy, a fan favorite, was the one that found it. And while he couldn't join us live, he did send us this video. Andrea, if we want to cue that up.
Hey everyone, it's Quasi. I just had finished up trading and I was scrolling through social media and I saw Michael's post. He was in New Orleans for a wedding and had left his business card and saying that the first person to find it will... I was in shock. I couldn't believe it. So I realized the place was 20 to 30 minutes away. I drove there, I took a picture and I claimed it. I'm still in shock. It really just shows that anything is possible, guys. I want to give a big thanks for Top Step because I was on there a couple of times, which was really cool. But finding Michael's business card was truly amazing. So like I said, guys, it just shows that anything is possible. I want to give a big thanks to Top Step for being the best prop firm out there and Michael for being the best owner. Thank you guys for your support. You guys are the coolest.
Nice. He's in the
There
chat.
he is. He's in chat. What's up?
A huge pop in oil. Huge pop in crude. Where's Quasi?
He's having a little bit of internet issues. We'll get him back on the show soon, though. We can
What-
hear all about it.
What? Quasi, did you leave it there for the next person? Because I don't know. I have no problem if there's another person. I may cut it off, but I don't know why I would want to. It's kind of fun. It's like Where's Waldo, kind of like finding things, these little Easter eggs to start planting around the world would be fun.
Hey,
that
heads
would
up.
be fun.
I'm gonna go back to James really quick, but we're seeing more selling in gold and we're seeing a big pop in crude. Markets are kind of moving, but go ahead. We got more selling off. I'll look for some headlines, but go ahead.
Yeah,
James.
Andre, if anything happens, interrupt me because what you're talking about is gonna be way more important than what I got for you next.
Well, here we go. Let's thread this
Guys,
needle.
maybe I was wrong about Elon Musk. Right?
Oh.
Maybe I was mistaken. Maybe I gave him too much flack. The man has gone now and has created your own digital girlfriend. Her name is Annie, and we're in love. For $30 a month, you can talk to her. She says, "Hey, babe," and wants to discuss everything from Samsung phones to philosophical theories, all while hearts float around her animated form. That's right. This is the future you all asked for. We can all now talk to our own digital girlfriend. Danielle, what was the company card again? I think it's American Express, right?
I mean, okay, so
leave me out of this. Leave me out of this.
No, I think there's a market here. I talk to Grok all the time. I talk to Grok. Hey, Grok, like, I asked Grok. Yeah, I've asked him how to like train my puppy on potty training. I'm like, can I rub his face? I go, can I rub his face in the pee? They're like,
can you rub his face in what?
In the pee when he pees on the floor. I'm like, hey, because my wife's like, you don't need to do that. And I'm like, yeah, I did that.
Go ahead.
Order filled. Dog, put his head in there. Get all mad at him. Grok's like, you don't want to do that. It scares the puppy. That's an old way of doing things. I'm like, whoa, okay. All right. So I mean, like, I talk to him. I ask him questions all the time.
You said trading lonely. There you go.
You all laugh. I see you in the chat. You all saying, I hate this. Just know when you see AI stocks on the rise, this is part of it. This is part of the video boom.
We've crossed the Rubicon here on Top Step. This, I believe, is the first gooning reference that has been broadcast.
Now, if you bring it, now if you have it, like, if this comes with a doll and shit, like no, like, but if somebody's gonna want to talk, somebody's gonna want to talk to somebody. Like, there's lonely people out there, people that are introverts, that don't go out there. It's just totally fine. It's like you give them somebody that makes them feel special. What's wrong with that?
Yeah, just careful when your best friend invites you on a double date with his new girlfriend Annie. Be careful.
Just leave his phone at the table and we talk. Oh yeah, she's here. She's actually right here. She's sitting right next to me, right here.
Oh my gosh.
All my stories today have a theme. Don't worry, it's not about gooning, but they are all AI. Our next story, Google's Gemini AI decided it could face off against an old Atari chess machine. This chess machine is only 1.19 megahertz. It's from the 80s, I believe. And this machine is only programmed to do one thing: chess. Google Gemini, an AI of the likes of ChatGPT and Grok, is designed to, Andre, you talk about this a lot. These AIs are developed to like put one word in front of the other, right? Like it takes the entire human consciousness and it learns how to form sentences and what should come next, like if A, then B. So this thing knows how to talk smack, but it does not know how to play chess.
Keep me out of this.
It's true. Actually, LLMs, this goes beyond chess. ChatGPT can't do it either. They are very bad at chess and poker. Just by the way that they're designed. Obviously, we have programs that can beat anyone, but it's interesting.
Right.
It's crazy how society takes forever. Like Dre right now, leave me out of this. I'm scared. AI is here, Dre. It was here. When the faster horse and then you get a car. Well, eventually they got cruise control. Like, oh shit, or the windows. You eventually get to a certain point, and now it's adaptive cruise control, and then it's hands off, and now people are sleeping in the car while the car's driving.
I think we need balance, though. I think we need balance, right? If anyone's ever seen that movie WALL-E, right, where at the end of it, everyone's just like sitting in a chair, like, floating around the world. Yeah. I think after this conversation, I'm going to go outside and meet 10 new people.
I heard that's good. I heard WALL-E's good. It's a good way.
Numbers, Jay. Get those numbers.
You got to get
those Jay, as you go and meet those 10 new people, you have my last story. You can have a new topic of conversation. Can ChatGPT interpret speaking in tongues? That's right.
Oh, there you go. Will
ChatGPT finally be able to dissect what I'm saying in my sleep at 3:33 in the morning every single night? I don't know.
Kill them all.
The ancient god Taui, who lives inside me after I broke that ancient amulet on the vacation to Hawaii, sure hasn't let me sleep soundly for the past 18 years. But now with ChatGPT, I'm sure we can finally get to the bottom of what exactly it wants. But in all actuality, a woman claims to have spoke tongues into ChatGPT, and speaking in tongues, if you don't know, isn't always demonic. Speaking in tongues typically just means you're speaking in prayer language. It's not
supposed to sound.
I went to church.
Nope.
I went to church that did this.
Yeah. I don't know. I've never heard it. What's it sound like?
It's just kind of like a different language. It's like multiple.
Not
It's
you,
not
Michael.
no
Not
language.
you. Not you. Not
I've,
you.
I've spoke it, Dre. I've spoke it.
Thank you, Jack. Thank you.
Yeah,
I
no,
went
James
to
puts the bag on his head.
Yeah, I went to church. I'm from Nebraska, so like big like church and born again Christian and speaking in tongues and dancing in the aisles and raising your hands. That was all
They have
there.
snakes?
Church camp. You had to repent of your sins, or else you get like totally burnt at this. Like I grew up around that. I grew up around that.
Yeah.
I got no like, but there's like it's not a language.
Apparently-
It's just a.
Well,
It's just a.
ChatGPT apparently can translate it. But again, viewers, keep in mind,
I don't know about that.
ChatGPT just knows what to say. It knows if this, then that. So
Just those
I don't
next
know.
words.
Does it speak demonic languages? Does it speak anything? What do we know? What do I know? That's all the news I got for you, Andre. But before I go, I do have
Yeah.
one last thing to leave you
Now
with,
what?
leave our viewers with. Don't worry, this one's fun. It's nothing to do with AI. We're
Oh,
giving
yes.
away another Top Step swag box. We've
Oh,
been doing
sweet.
this all summer long. We're gonna keep doing
Oh,
this
you got
all
the
summer
bag tags
long.
in there.
Yep. In this
Man,
one, this
oh
is
no.
our fourth box. We have a Top Step bomber jacket, size small. There it is. We got a better picture of the bomber jacket, so you know what you're getting into.
Ooh.
It also includes
jacket.
a trading journal, a Yeti, koozies, and the luggage tags. We're gonna drop another link in chat. Go ahead, get your name and your
Here, I'm gonna
address
send
in
you guys
there.
this
We
one.
All right. What's that?
Oh, Michael's throwing in an additional thing.
Well, I mean, not on this thing, but on the next.
Oh.
This is a toiletry bag. It's all leather,
Is that
suede leather. I got a bunch of them. When I was in Vietnam, guys, I had Top Step logo in there. Walking by, I'm like, I'll take 100 of those, 100 of those, 100 of those. I got
I
bag
remember when you
tags.
did this.
Yeah, I'm like, I got bag. Look at these things. They're
Ah.
soft leather, and then you open it
That's
up
nice.
and say, I got a sweet lifestyle. And then, but I got a sweet lifestyle. But if you find my bag, call
Return.
whatever.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh. Oh my
Toiletry
gosh.
bag.
Oh my gosh.
You went to the
Soft
supplier
leather.
in
Hey,
Vietnam.
look at
Then.
that. Look at that.
It's
Leather.
Supple, Mike.
Not
You
that
went to the
cushion.
supplier in Vietnam, is what you're saying.
Oh.
I have a supplier. We haven't got around to
There's
like
a guy.
getting multiple shipments from them. We're kind of going through the shipments I brought back.
Inventory.
Yeah.
Well, Andre, that's been your news that you need to know. I'm going to go ahead and get out of here, let you guys finish up, but have a great rest of Fast Markets. Chat, stick around. We have a great show. Don't go anywhere.
Oh, we do have a great show. 12:30.
Yeah.
I stepped on it. That was hot. Great job, James. We got about 15 minutes left here in Fast Markets. After this, we got morning recap coming up with Jack and JD. After that, CRM trades. Oh, maybe not CRM. We got JD and myself. After that, then we got Anne Marie and D. We also have Alex Ferreira, the Olympic skier, the top step athlete going for the gold in 2026 Milan Winter Olympics. He's going to be joining us at 12:30 to talk about his trading journey, training for the gold in Milan for 2026. Joining us here at Top Step TV, 12:30 p.m. I also took a sneak peek at this incredibly insane commercial that's coming out. That's all I'm going to say.
Oh, it's great. It gave me
Michael.
chills.
Don't say anything else. Do not say anything.
Well,
That's it.
I'm
It was
going to say it gave me chills too.
all right. That works. I like
Here's
the
how
good
it
tease.
starts and here's how it ends. No.
Very.
Hey, going back to when I travel, I like to get top stuff. You guys remember when I bought a bunch of these? I bought hundreds of these. They're lucky beans in Kenya, and I had them put a T on it locally, and then this means no luck needed. Basically, you have the skill. So like that goes back to the whole premise we were talking about today. Like build your skills rather than trying to do the flash pin. So these are things we're going to hand a bunch of them out. I got hundreds of these, but they're like lucky. If you find them in Africa, in Kenya, so I had a guy when I was there who has a bunch of them, and he goes and finds them. And I'm like, hey, give me a big bag of them and find a guy who can paint. And we did all that. And I got that contact as well, Dakota, if we want a supplier of those.
Why are you laughing over there?
No, I just imagine MP when he's older, he'd have like this huge garage full of just trinkets, and he just doesn't want to get rid of anything.
Stuff. Hey, mini storages make a fortune off guys like me that just collect stuff. Yeah, this might be worth something.
Exactly. Yeah. I still have my Rolodex worth of suppliers there in Vietnam and China.
I don't think they're.
Odds are I've been there.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
That was
All right, that was having a fun day. All right, let's take a look at these markets right now. I've got 70% long in the ES right now. Average price of 63.11, which we're essentially trading right now. 63.12 last trade there. Look at the Nasdaq, 23,166. We bottomed out beneath 23,000. Bottomed out at 23,096. 6,300 on the nose. Low of the session in the ES. We're trading 63.12 half. 10-year has been seeing some pressure to the downside in prices, getting close to 4.5% less, 4.49% on the. What's up, Michael? What do you got?
We have some Kenyans in here, and when I was there, is this like, I don't know? I could have been sold, that it's not, or that it is, but it's not. Is this a lucky thing to find? Falls from a tree, right? It's
what is it?
a lucky. Yeah, Pip keeper, Kenyan over here. All right, let me know.
Okay,
could have been sold snake oil, guys. It's
yeah.
Yeah, like, oh my God, this doesn't actually have luck. I've been,
oh no, you don't
I've been
say.
swindled.
I've been rubbing it on my bum knee forever. It hasn't done anything.
Yeah,
Doc, it ain't doing the job. What do I do, Doc? Hey, we're closing.
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah. But we're all over. Closing at 172,000 subscribers. We are less than 50 away from 172,000 subscribers. Please click subscribe, click like, click follow. The boss is here. Come on, make us look good. The boss is here. Let's get to 172,000 subscribers. Also, I want to know who was paying attention about an hour 15 minutes ago. First one to repeat what the tip of the week is in the chat gets a swag bag giveaway. Go. Tip of the week. First one in the chat gets the swag bag giveaway. What is it? Tip of the week.
Here we go. Who's in? Who's in? Come on.
Emotional control.
I don't know. The judges are watching. All right.
Taz.
What is it? Who is it? Judges?
That's the exact.
All right. Judges say JMU 91 wins. JMU 91 wins. How about that? Great job.
That's the exact.
Yep. JMU. Thank you, judges, for the help there. We'll get that. Email us at, we'll let you up behind the scenes about where to email us to collect your prize.
I like that.
Danielle, I know should I tell them the email all over here, but you can hit us up, collect your prize. Again, congratulations, JMU. Yes, keep emotions in check. Yep, email us at topsteptv@topstep.com. Thank you. Danielle says, yes, do it. All caps. All right, Danielle, I did it. Well, now she goes, no caps.
Gosh, Danielle.
Gosh, sorry.
All right, I got to bust out of here before Danielle flips out on me, too. All right, I got to go.
Oh, wow. Okay, everyone, scram. Thank you, Michael, for joining us. Always a pleasure. Yeah. There you go. Founder and CEO.
I love you, Danielle.
That was fun.
All right, guys, we'll see you. Hey, Jack, good lean. Was that... You were liking the 6,300s before 800 popped in there on the bid, right?
Yeah, it wasn't a lean so much as that it got there, it didn't like puke anything, it started rising, and I saw a cheap opportunity in case that was the low. And so took it because I really do like that level. And it turns out 6,300 was so far the bottom of the session.
Well, good stuff.
Where we took it off is like right here, right now. So we saved ourselves some fiddling around.
Yep. Good stuff, guys.
Hey, all right, Michael, make sure you tune in for Alex Ferreira, 12:30 p.m. Central Time here on Top Step TV. Michael, as always, thank you for joining us. Adios. Good stuff. I said scram? Did I say scram? I don't know if I said scram.
Scram work. Beat it.
Scram. No, that's not. That's my boy. All right, we still got 73% long in the ES. About 9 minutes to go here on Fast Markets. Closing in on 172,000 subscribers. Congratulations to JMU for getting that swag bag. It's always paying attention around here. All right. With that being said, we got funded P&Ls. We got tops. We got live. I gotta take a breath. All right, JD, come in here. Let me take a breath. There's a lot going on here on Fast Markets. I'm having a blast. What's up, JD?
Take a break, Jay. Dre, you definitely deserve it. All right, let's take a look at yesterday's best live funded P&Ls. Here they are, your top five. Ruzel up on the big board, $15,432 trading the NASDAQ and the YM. Travis B trading the NQ, 4,625. Juyun also trading the NQ, 4,618. Benjamin, 4,456. And Nato Trades turning into an all-star around here. Nato Trades, $4,050. trading the NASDAQ. Your top 5 live funded P&Ls from yesterday. All right, top 5 payouts from yesterday. Also some decent numbers. Right at the top, KJ Futures, number 1 on the big board, $25,000 payout going out to KJ Futures today. Miles, $8,500. Joshua, $5,808. Kylie, $4,757. And Jacob rounds out the top 5 list with just about a $3,700
Order filled.
payout. Pro ball traders taking real live money out of the real live markets. Big shout out to all of these live funded traders and all of the other live funded traders who were taking payouts. All right, folks, I will catch you.
25 grand.
Wow. Very, very nice. Thank you,
grand.
JD. Thank you.
Nice.
Wow. Crude oil, pretty volatile. We saw a huge spike up to 67.13. We've turned around about 80 cents from there, now trading 66.45. I wonder if it has anything to do. All right, now we got Trump talking about digital assets are the future here in Truth Social. Something the Genius Act. What's the Genius Act, Jack? I'm not familiar with that. The Genius Act is going to put our great nation light years ahead of China, Europe, and all others. We're trying endlessly to catch up, but they just what's the Genius Act?
It's the stable coin bill. So there's
Yeah,
a pun that they wrote into like the stable genius thing. So that's the Genius Act.
All right, well, let's take a look at micro Bitcoin here, see what's cooking over there. Got made new all-time highs over there. Oh, yesterday, micro Bitcoin, where are you? Catching a bit of a bid, 116,925 over there. And someone hit the buy button in NASDAQ. Do you need to push higher here?
Buy the
And
dip. Buy the
crude
dip.
continues. Yeah, indeed.
Long opportunity. Like we just broke through those 160s, 170s pivot. I could see us coming back up to those 190s, and next maybe just go right back up to those all-time highs. Like that's now what I'm looking at Nasdaq getting to. I don't see a reason why we wouldn't. But
yeah, we're kind of back in that. We're back in that area where I was adding to that trade. See, did we reject it here last time? Right, there wasn't a ton of size at 23,200s, but we couldn't trade up there. Let's see as we get later in the day. Maybe that pullback was enough, maybe to attract some new buyers here. So
it's a long day too. We're just getting started.
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
we are just getting started. 77% long ES. 77% long ES. CryptoZar has average price. Great question, Jay. Look at the bottom here. Dubs FX 63.12. So they're about 2 points in the money right now. Everything else, we do have some live Fed speakers. We got 3 Fed speakers still on deck for the day. We got Barr starting at 11:45. We got Barkin starting at high noon. We got Collins at 1:45 p.m. We have the president speaking at 1:30. Man, we're just getting started here in these markets. Absolute fantastic stuff. Let's take a look. Crude, what is going on over there? We got to the highs, to the lows. Jack, the ES just will not following. What's going on at Tesla? Is Tesla catching a bid? Because I'm seeing the NASDAQ go higher, and the S&Ps seem to be a bit sluggish or lagging there, Jack.
Tesla's still down 0.75% on the day. Nvidia's still doing Nvidia things, up at 170, 120, up $7 on the day, 4.3%. I think it's still like the general interest rate drag. We've come back a little bit in the yields, or at least stopped rising. 4.475 right now. NQ is just doing NQ things.
Yes, it is. All right, yeah.
Gold
that 10-year yield
heavy.
Gold.
I can see gold going down to those 33.20s, the lower 33.20s.
Okay. 33.20s. Last trade 33.36. 76% long ES right now.
Gold gained smack, by the way. We've had a pretty big rally in the dollar since about 7:45. So following the CPI number this morning.
Rates go higher.
So things that are dollar denominated like gold are going to be affected by that.
Crude.
We might be getting on the moving averages on the daily in gold, the 20 and the 50. We might be getting a cross for the first time this year.
What does that mean?
On the daily. Just that uptrend is, I mean, we can kind of see it in the price, just that uptrend is kind of running out of momentum.
Order
Last time we saw
filled.
a cross, it didn't really lead to downside in gold, right? Kind of just held, and then we crossed back above, and we continued the rally. But this market's definitely looking heavy, and we haven't made an all-time high in gold in 85 days. It doesn't seem like it was that long ago, but this market has been pretty heavy while we see a bunch of other things rallying, right? A lot of that rally in gold we saw happening while the equities were selling off. But equities are rallying now, Bitcoin's rallying. Is everyone taking their money out of gold and buying something else?
Possible.
Is the question.
Could be.
Risk on. Risk on.
Right.
Mask on. Mask off. All right, we got about 90 seconds. 90 seconds. So after morning
Order
recap, we got
filled.
3-man weave with JD, Coach Hoop, going to come on board, get his take on all the markets. He's had his eye on micro Bitcoin as well. So I want to see what he's thinking over there. We got JD come on in. We'll take some trades with that. Right now, fast markets. I mean, I'm looking at the 5-minute on the 5-minute chart on the ES and 5-minute on the NASDAQ, and they are not exactly correlated as much as they used to be. This just for now. And obviously, Tesla, some tech, some is financial. We got those bank earnings. Nothing after the bell. Speaking of earnings, after the bell, not seeing any major names after the bell. Tomorrow, we do have some more earnings. It is earnings season that has started. But we have a lot more. We got the speakers. Keep your eye on the speakers with Barkin. Who else we got? Daily starting at 11:45 here. We got Ferreira coming up to join us at 12:30 p.m. With that being said, Jay using the lockout, or Dakota using the lockout, Jay using the lock in. You like that one, Matt Walker? Using the lock in profits. Jack taking a nice trade. With that being said, okay, what are you looking for, Jack, as we get to 4.5%? What are we thinking here? What point does when do the equities actually start paying attention?
If I knew, I would do something about it. That being said, yeah, that could be one of the things I talked about earlier that does give us like a check on this, because we're so friggin' bullish right now. There's just some crazy stuff going on. Good game, the Nvidia holders. But yeah, if we start creeping above, watch the overnight sessions when you come in for that. That's when they tend to spike because there's less liquidity, and what happens.
And tonight we do have Nvidia news coming out, right? With China Nvidia CEO.
If they want to trade
another
the Asia session.
Markets.
Yep, they want to trade the Asia session. Where can they go, Coach Dakota? They want to watch the Asia session. Where can they get
markets? 7:30. Yep, Thursday through Sunday night through Thursday. Sunday night through Thursday, 7:30 Central. It's always a blast.
Yes, it is. It's okay. Like we said, earnings season has kicked off. So after the bell, earnings, not necessarily today, but for the rest of the week, you want to get some more earnings numbers and more after the bell analysis. Coach Jay, where can they get that?
At the buzzer with Coach Paul and I at 3:15 Central Time every day. So
Order filled.
I recap the trade that I took today. I will. We'll go over it. We'll go over some other markets and prep for the rest of the day.
Rest of the week. Love it. Coming up next, we got JD and Jack with morning recap. Then we got Hoop, JD, and myself for a little trade with Top Step 3-man weave. Markets are starting to move. We still got speakers coming up on deck. That was an absolute blast. Fast markets. We are not done. Morning recap with Jack, JD, coming up next. This is Top Step TV. Let's go.
First reason why Top Step makes you a better trader is we have a support system and community here. You got to have that, or it is a lonely journey by yourself. 2, because we are helping you improve, building things for you within the trading platform itself that helps you become a better trader. 3, simplicity of payout policies, simplicity of the program. 4 would be the resources we have, the funding we have, and all that just makes great things here at Top Step.
Order filled.
Happy NVIDIA Day to all those that celebrate. That's been the real story here. This is the recap where Hogue is out right now, but me and JD are going to do a little breakdown of the trades we've taken so far today among our guests and the house and count. JD, you were on early this morning. Tell us how you guys fared.
I was on early this morning. First, we were thinking about taking that opening range trade in gold right after the we look at that 1 minute opening range breakout trade. Came in, I should say, opening bell for gold, 7:20 a.m. Central Time. So we were looking at the first 1 minute candle. Oh, we decided to hold off because the CPI number was coming out at the bottom of the hour, 7:30 a.m. Central Time. It was a good thing we held off too, because if we had taken the trade, it signaled a long position and we would have been stopped out in short order. There was a nice knee-jerk reaction and go upside after the CPI report, and then proceeded to flush down. We did take the opening range trade at the top of the hour, 8 o'clock, when crude oil opened up. Here is my chart. You could see this is the it turned into an actually a 3 minute opening range. Took a couple of minutes before a breakout actually occurred. Came to the downside. We got short at 66.97 in crude oil, 5 micros, but did an abrupt about face on us, and within just about 5 minutes, we had been stopped out. 66.71 was our exit price. Lost about $140 on that trade. Couple ticks of slip on the exit, which happens in the live account just as much as it happens on those sim accounts, guys. I know slippage was a topic of conversation during. It's a real thing, no matter what you're trading. But that was it. One trade during the opening call. I took the opening range trade in crude oil, lost about $140.
All right. Well, if we go to my screens, as we moved on to fast markets, we had Jay and Dakota on today. Jay got in there. This is the NQ we're looking at now. Jay made a quick scalp right off the open, I feel like, for $100. But his kind of big trade was buying in these 23 130s areas, which he then added to, and then eventually took off everything. 23 183 is what I have, which left him up about $1,300. He went to the well one more time with a tight limit, $300. Lost that, but ended the session up about a little over $1,000. Dakota had a $162 winner in gold, micro gold, working on that over there. As far as our house account, we took one trade today. I have noticed that, especially with the buy side levels, sometimes you don't even get a chance to get them. Or the trade we were looking for, turns out 6,300 for the moment is the dead ass low of the day. What I had drawn up in my mind that I really wanted was some sort of puke down here. And then once this is reclaimed, get long and just hold it. We didn't really get that. We bounced right off 6,300, at which point in one of these candles right here, we took 63.04 with a very tight stop. We had a I guess it was more like 63.05. Tight stop to see if that was in fact the low. The thinking being that if we did get stopped out on that, we'd have an opportunity to do the trade we wanted to do. After some back and forth test of reentry, we eventually took it off for 2-1, making $400 on that ES trade. Since then, we've been kind of chopping around in this area. JD, is there anything else that you think we need to address concerning the
I
markets
think
at the
we pretty
moment?
much covered it. Not at the moment. We got a
Yeah.
3-man weave coming up with Andre and Coach Hoop next, so we're going to dive right back into the markets immediately. We could step aside,
Sounds good.
prep for the
All
next.
right. Well, JD, thank you for stopping by. That is your recap for now. There's a whole lot more coming up today. We got tons of trading left. Rates are going higher. Stocks are volatile. It's going to be a good time. So 3-man weave next with the Top Step crew. This is Top Step TV. Let's go.
Order filled.